Okay. All right.
What's up, my players? Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to another episode of Gaming Treble. I am your host, Torrance Hudson, aka the Iron Heart of Xbox, aka the old school player, and we are here to entertain you once again, and we are all about the games, baby. None of that fluff, none of that nonsense. We're all about gaming and gaming only. But before I get started, I gotta introduce my awesome crew, my awesome pals, my confidants. We're gonna start with the Neon Samurai, the best beard in the business, of course. My Samoan brother from another mother, the one that's guaranteed to put you into a chokehold and make you tap out. He's also about those ARPGs, JRPGs, and of course, he's about those stealth games, and he might sneak into your house and steal all your cookies.
Oh
Once
yeah,
again,
yeah. Your cookies are done this year.
Don't try to steal my cookies, though.
yes, the one and only Tony San Miguel.
What's up, players? Back in the house. Johnny, you wouldn't share your cookies with me? I wouldn't.
If you're trying to break into my house, then we're gonna have a problem.
All
If
right,
I'm
all
knocking
right.
on my
I'll just
door,
call you
sure,
before I
I can
show up
share.
and have the cookies.
Okay,
Anyways, your
yeah,
boy's
just knock on
been
my door.
busy shoveling snow all day, pretending he's Rocky Four. It was pretty good. I
Oh,
got a better workout than
Oh,
going to the
nice.
gym today.
nice,
Oh
Uh,
man,
nice.
and then I
awesome.
closed out. I relaxed the rest of the day with some good old school gaming. I was playing X-Men, Mega Man Power Battle, and
Nice.
Yeah,
honestly, I want to play
I
some
saw
more.
those
That's
pictures. I saw those pictures. I saw those pictures.
Yeah,
Go
that's
into that.
all.
Get into that.
Speaking
Yeah.
of,
Oh yeah.
we're talking Midway tonight. Midway tonight. And behind me is one of my favorite games from Midway. I always call
Oh
dibs on the
yeah.
monkey.
Oh, all
Oh,
right.
you want George?
Oh,
He's a George fan.
okay.
Yeah,
That's cool.
baby.
That's cool.
So,
I'll take
that
Ralph.
being said, let's
That's
start the
okay.
show, baby.
Indeed,
That's fine.
indeed. And then, of course, we got to talk about the best hair in the business, the ladies' man, the one who is all about those awesome cosplays. He is the cosplay king. If you haven't checked him out and everything, you gotta go follow him and everything at Johnny Alicia and on MX. Check out his cosplay. He's awesome. And of course, he's also about the collectibles. He collects everything, including those achievements. Damn! He is on a roll, ladies and gentlemen.
Doesn't
He
share
is
his cookies.
he again doesn't share his cookies exactly. But of course,
Yes.
he is the achievement hunter. He was also about the knowledge. He is knowledgeable about all lore about certain games, Double Dragon, Castlevania, SNK, King of Fighters, you name it. Even the Blue Bomber himself, Mega Man. He's all about it. And of course, when it comes to Mortal Kombat, because we're going to be talking about that tonight, he is the one and only Johnny Elisea.
What's going on, players? I know tonight's going to be an awesome night. You know what's funny, Tony? When you said before you had to shovel all that snow, I remember when I was a kid, me and my friend, whenever it was snowing out, we used to go to people's houses and shovel people's snows, like all day just to get money, though. We used to do that I did that when I was like around like 10 or 11 years old, though. And that's how we get our
Ooh.
monies. And then we save our money there, and then once we make enough dough, then we take that whatever we make, and then we go to the stores later on, and then we buy whatever games we want. But
Yeah,
nowadays it's
buddy.
kind of sad. Nowadays it's kind of sad because you don't see kids going out there doing that. You know,
No,
We don't.
terrible.
No. It's real. It's like a lost art. Kids.
they don't get to
Hmm.
trade
It really
cartridges
is.
like we did, man.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
shit was fun.
Right.
dude.
Yeah. Uh
Oh
huh.
man.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just
Man, how excited you were going to school with a cartridge. You were going to trade for, like, hey, I'm going to borrow Mega Man from my dude today. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
yeah. Or
Remember how excited you'd get?
I'm gonna borrow Final Fight or whatever. Yeah,
yeah.
because
Yeah,
what we used
yeah.
to do, is that my friend said, okay, I'm gonna get this game. I said, okay, oh, you're gonna get this game? Okay, well, I'll get this game then, and then we'll
Mm-hmm.
borrow from each other, and then we. That's how we did it back then. But
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah, that's how we make our money though. So extra money for our pockets. But yeah, I mean, oh man, I used to love showing. So it was a good workout. So
Listen, you
but
see,
go ahead,
I
It
Scott.
was
am,
peaceful. It was
I
very
yeah,
peaceful.
it is peaceful, but you know what? It's also fun. When I was actually
It is.
with my friends, we used to shovel like a whole entire driveway, especially the older folks. The older folks who don't have time, especially when they're living by themselves and thing, and they what they do. Sometimes they even give you hot cocoa. They give you some freshly
Yeah.
baked
Oh yes,
cookies. Oh my
yeah,
gosh, man! And they give you extra tip and stuff like that. I remember one time and everything before Christmas and everything, they gave us like a little gift card. Or no, it wasn't that gift cards back then. It was like a little gift things and
Little
everything.
love
They
me.
open up a
I'm a big
card.
tipper.
yeah.
Yeah, cards. They
The
give you a
cards,
card and
yeah,
everything, like $20, $25, $30 and stuff like that. And
yeah.
man, I
30,
love it.
30 depends. Yeah.
Listen, hey
Yeah,
man, listen. It's always great to do it out of the kindness of your heart, I think, because believe it or not,
absolutely.
you reap more rewards from that, and you
You get
have
out what you put in, man.
yeah, awesome. Oh,
You
Right,
put good out
exactly.
there, it comes back
absolutely,
to you.
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely, definitely worth it.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. So I mean, that's kind of when Tony mentioned about that, it just brought me back, to all those
Yeah, it
good old days.
was
But
a good,
speaking of the
peaceful
good
day.
old, exactly, yes. But speaking of the good old days, we're going to be definitely be talking about the good old days because of all those games we grew up with, playing those wonderful games from Midway. So
Yes.
I can't wait to discuss this though. This is going to be awesome. So yeah.
Oh, absolutely,
So,
absolutely, and and
We're
what's
going to
great.
be switching up the background every now and then when I find a new game that I remember liking.
Oh, okay.
okay.
Hey, you know what? Keep it
Oh,
fresh. That's awesome. I
there's
love
going to
it.
be a
I keep
lot.
it
There's
fresh,
going to be
man.
a lot.
I
So
live
yeah,
switch.
It's
yeah,
gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot, definitely, indeed. But
definitely.
yeah, before we get started and everything, we're gonna give some love and everything to our awesome sponsor. We're gonna give a major shout out to our sponsor, W Energy, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, W. Listen, if you're still chugging those sugar bomb cans that make your heart do parkour and then drop into a crash, it's time to upgrade your life, man. W hits different. It does. You can get clean, focused energy, smooth reaction time, zero jitters, all from mix that actually respects your body. No sugars, no fillers, hell, no damn red 5 dye. None. None of that nonsense. Just real flavor, real focus, and real results. Whether you're grinding, ranked, editing not all night, especially like me, or trying to stay awake during that quick gaming session that turned into a 4-hour side quest. And trust me, if you've done that before, like I have, and I'm pretty sure Johnny has, especially those
Every time.
Oh
trying
yeah.
to get those when
Every
you're trying
time.
to get those achievements. And I saw some of those
Yeah.
achievements, man.
Every time.
Dude,
I
grind.
try my best. But yeah.
It's the grind, man.
Oh
But you need the energy,
yeah.
and W helps you, baby.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
why don't you guys slide over to W.GG, grab your favorite flavor, and use code Treble. That's TR3BLE at the checkout for your 10% off of your order. So fuel up, lock in, level up with W, and be better. Now, getting into our let's get into the gaming spit. I mean, trust me, there's a couple of topics that we really need to address.
Sure.
I mean, it's not negative, but it is concerning. So
Say hi to Daryl first.
let's get into that really quick.
Absolutely.
Let's go. All right. So, Johnny, you want to take the reins on this one because this is actually something that really hit the wheelhouse of the thing. We're going to start at the Game Awards. Our buddies who actually decided they actually did of course you all probably all know if you didn't know, they did a Street Fighter movie reveal, the new Street Fighter movie
Yeah, teaser that they show.
like a teaser, like a little teaser, and then of course the cast came out on stage. And of course, they were promoting trying to promote it, make it all exciting and all that stuff, show the cast and all that stuff. But actors, he's a comedian. Decided,
Podcaster, yeah.
podcast, whatever. He decided
I
to,
take him with a grain of
yeah,
salt, dude.
he decided to throw some shade to the new Mortal Kombat 2 movie. Hey, what's going on there, Crimson Flame? What's up, man? I haven't seen you for a minute.
Crimson Flame, what's up, man?
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us tonight.
Daryl, what's up, man? Thank you. Happy Sunday to you as well. Absolutely.
Happy Sunday to you guys.
Our buddies are back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you for joining us. Appreciate that.
But getting to it, decided to throw some shade at Mortal Kombat 2. Number one, throwing a jab at Mortal Kombat, trying to say, hey, let's bring us a cast of Mortal Kombat 2, and then he said, no, just kidding, whatever. And then decided to, throw some hot shade at
Yeah. What he said oh, these people, they're not here, they don't care about you, but us, yeah, we care about you guys, and we care about money. And I thought that was a very immature thing for him to say, because actually, what they did over at New York Comic Con, the cast of Mortal Kombat 2, they went to New York Comic Con and they actually did care. All right, they told everybody to bring out your best cosplays and go out there, and so that way we can have all you guys right there and promote yourself. So for him to say that is pretty ignorant, and it actually got some attention from a couple of the actors. Max Hall, who plays Kung Lao, he said that this guy, he's basically just as a clown. And Louis Tan, who plays Cole Young, he said comedy. And Todd Gardner, I think he said that I didn't have to like jump on someone's backs to get where I have to be. So.
Facts. Oh my, and I love that comment. I love that.
Yeah.
See, because but because it's true. Listen.
Exactly.
Listen. You just be honored. Just be honored that you're actually, taking part in something of a history. Basically, you are taking part of history because Street Fighter has lore that dates all the way back to like back in 1980, was it 1983, 1984?
Well, Street Fighter came out in 1987.
1987. So
that has pretty much long history.
It's a long history and everything. And believe it or not, Street Fighter didn't do that well in the arcades. I mean, the old Street Fighter. Because number one,
the first Street Fighter did not do well.
It's not very good.
Yeah, poor control, lots of delay. Hit the hitboxes and everything were wide. Computers cheap. And of course
super cheap.
Yeah, and the power levels. And the power levels and everything are ridiculous. So I mean, it's like when you get hit by one move and everything, literally like 75% of your life is gone, which is actually unfair.
Exactly. But I was gonna say right there. So Andrew Swords, he was making a complete jackass of himself, and I do want to throw out there that when we actually blasted the trailer on the last episode. But I want to point out that there was a video that I bumped into, and Tyrone Magnus, great video by him. He mentioned saying that, to all these people, because I've seen a lot of people were saying that, oh, well, Street Fighter is supposed to be all stupid, fun, and goofy. No, it is not. No, it is not.
No.
Okay? And I want people to go check out Tyrone Magnus, check out his latest video about Street Fighter and on his rant and telling these people off to all these people, because I've seen a lot of people online saying that, oh, well, this looks great. This looks like stupid fun, just like Street Fighter is supposed to be. I was like, well, to me, when those people say that, that tells me that these people have no idea what the lore of Street Fighter is, and I think they just grew up on just playing the game, or they just grew up watching the Van Damme film, or watching that USA cartoon that came out, which was crap, and they never saw the anime. They never saw Street Fighter Assassin's Fist or Street Fighter Resurrection.
Yep.
They never saw the one of the best anime adaptations to a video game, and the Street Fighter 2 V series. So that just shows me that these people don't know really don't know the lore, a lot about the lore of Street Fighter. So. Yeah,
it's really sad. I mean, just the fact that the video game arcade community, the video game community, like like you and I, Johnny, and definitely Tony, you've been.
All right, and Tony, yeah.
If you, in other words, they should read the room because you're actually not there for campiness. You're there to kick ass and take names. That's
exactly.
Especially that's what Street Fighter was all about. Not campy, not I mean, yeah, granted, there was a little couple of things that they.
Yeah, there's some characters. Yeah, there's some characters are there. They're like funny. They're a little comic relief. But most of the characters in the game are very serious.
Very serious. It's not supposed to be a campy movie. See, what they're doing is they're taking the example of Street Fighter, the old Street Fighter movies, the Street Fighter movies with Jean-Claude Van Damme and Raul Julia and several other people, that drew in there, and Kylie Minogue and everything playing as Cammy. She looked hot in that outfit, by the way.
She did.
So I'm just saying, but I'm just saying that that was they made it campy. It worked. It worked, even though the character lores were wrong. They're completely wrong. Balrog being a good guy, making E Honda.
DJ's a bad guy.
DJ's a bad guy, which makes no damn sense.
Yeah.
And of course, Captain Sawada and everything was not really a part of the fighter lore, but he was actually, but they actually put him in the arcade game. I think it was the arcade or the
right, exactly.
old version.
And the funny thing is, they put him in the USA cartoon also. But then, what's the funny thing? They Capcom actually made a profile on Captain Sawada, and they actually made him like an anime character of him. So I was saying to myself, are they ever going to put this character into the actual Street Fighter game? That I would like to see if they're going to do that.
You know what? I would.
He might be like Zubaz, dude.
Yeah.
You might be a Zubaz.
You know what? You might be onto something. You might be onto something with that one because I mean that's I mean just to kind of throw him like a little haymaker and everything. Saying hey let's throw him in there as a guest character or like a secret character, even better. He make him as a secret character that just kind of pops out of nowhere. He's like, oh shit!
We'll make him canon. Have him work with Guile and Charlie.
But which actually works.
Yeah, make him canon. Have him work with Guile and Charlie. Just like the movie.
Yeah,
it works.
Yeah, they could do that. Yeah,
there you go. Boom. There's a space for him right in the lore.
Also,
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, and then of course, you all know that Chun Li and everything was not an interviewer. She actually works for Interpol.
No, she's supposed to work.
Yeah, and she's avenging her dead father.
And avenging her dead father.
What's campy about that, dude?
Yeah.
What's campy about avenging your dead father?
I don't know, but like I said,
using that word. I don't think they know what that word.
Yeah, but it's good to see guys like Tyrone Magnus, who was a large following, and he's putting it out there to let people know.
He's shouting them out. Yeah, good. He's calling them out. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad.
So I had to give a shout out to Tyrone Magnus for that video he put out. I thought it was fantastic.
He's awesome. He's a wrestling fan. He's
a comic book fan.
He's all about Marvel and stuff like that, man. I love
DC.
I love his videos.
Yeah, and he's always truthful. He's always honest. So he's not gonna bullshit you.
Yeah.
When he sees something that's gonna be terrible, he's gonna let people know, and he doesn't care if there's people that actually likes it or shields it. He's gonna let you know.
Yeah,
I love the fact that he talked about how he called out that Street Fighter teaser and telling people that no, Street Fighter is not supposed to be fun and campy and stupid. No.
You know what? But I'm gonna call him the Billy D. Williams and everything of the event because he has that real smooth, sexy voice. He really does. I mean, in a dude's perspective, but he does have that really smooth, deep, sexy voice, and it just works. It just works for his character.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Big shout out to that guy. Definitely want to meet him in the future for one of these things. But that's not all. That's not all the news. That's not all the news. We actually have something else that I think we're going to have to call out. Okay. This hurts my heart because I love these guys. I used to, really do. I love them because they ported out some fantastic games. They did. They ported Smash TV. They ported all these wonderful games from Midway. They did.
the Cowabunga collection for
Cowabunga
Teenage Mutant Ninja
collection,
Turtles.
all that
Yeah.
stuff. Digital Eclipse, man. What's going on with you guys? What is going on with you guys? Why? What happened? And you know what though? I can't really blame them. I can't really. You know why? I have a feeling it's not just them. I have a feeling it's the corporate overlords that actually is saying, you know what? Get this game out. Get this game out now.
Listen, that I totally understand that, but just to let all the players know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
What happened was is that when people got their copies of the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection for the Switch 1 and Switch 2, Mortal Kombat 4 is missing. And they actually have to download an update. So basically, they pretty much didn't let people know about that. And people found this out on their own. And then they decided to tell people, oh, we didn't have time to put it there, so we had to. So you're gonna have to download the update, and it'll be there. And then people call them out on it. They said that, hey, you made it simple, like pretty much clear that all these games are going to be in the cart. And come on, and now you're leaving this game out, and so it's unacceptable. That's pretty much like false advertising. You pretty much lie to people and tell them that, hey, all these games are going to be in one cart. Then all of a sudden, they find out when they get the game, oh, what happened? Mortal Kombat 4 isn't there. Oh, what? I got to download the game? I thought all the games supposed to be in the cart.
Yeah.
False advertising. It's unacceptable. I'm sorry, but Digital Eclipse should have said something about that before letting the players figure it out themselves.
Oh, so true.
That's unacceptable, Torrance. I'm sorry.
No.
I know you like Digital Eclipse, but it's unacceptable.
Yeah, you know what though? I mean, that is true. That should have been a disclaimer. They should have put a disclaimer. It wasn't even on the box. I don't think it wasn't even on the box. They didn't put it on the box. They just said MK4 was not included. And that's a big no. You know that, right? When someone expects to have a full package and you don't put the disclaimer on the box claiming that something is omitted or not included, that right there is false advertising. They could get sued for that.
Advertising,
they could get seriously sued for that. I mean, that's a big no. Especially when it comes to advertising. Come on, man. You know, they should know better. I mean, they've been in the business long enough. They should know about this.
Exactly. If you go online and look on Twitter and on X, there's people saying that once they found out about this, they canceled their pre-orders. They said they don't even want this anymore.
Yeah, and they're already
lost sales already.
Yeah, they're already in deep shit right now. You know, with this whole thing, with this whole merger thing. And now they're gonna add fuel to the fire and everything by doing this. Come on, man. You know,
unreal.
You guys,
especially when you're trying to get players to buy games they probably already have.
Yeah.
Just to get another one part of their collection.
Exactly. So, and plus, they would want that so that way they could play it on their Switches or they could take it on the go.
Yeah.
And then they found out about this, and then, I don't even want this now. Why should I buy this though when you guys pretty much lied to me? Because when I went to Evo, I did talk to the staff members, and then when I found out that the game's not a key card, all the games are gonna be in a cart. So I was very sold on that. And then when I found out about this, I said, you know what? I don't even want to buy the Switch or the Switch 2 version anymore now. For what they did.
What did I say, Torrance? They hate money and fun.
They hate money and fun. Absolutely.
How could you hate money and fun?
You know,
I don't understand that.
It's insane.
It beats the hell out of me.
Yeah, even worse, hating money, the money that you actually need to keep you
to have
afloat,
fun.
to have fun, to make the fun, to pay the people who are making the fun. I mean,
there's a synergy here. Pay attention.
Hello.
Man.
Read the room.
Learn how to flow.
Listen, you gotta make, to make dollars and everything, you gotta make sense. That's pretty much how it works.
I like that.
That's a good one. That is a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Oh boy. So so hopefully they clear this out really fast because they've been pretty much radio silent ever since the people shouting them out on it. And make it happen quick because right now they are not looking positive right now
No, they're
And,
not.
no.
They're getting a lot of people's bad list right now. You
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yeah, yeah. So, but nevertheless, let's get off of that bad note, and let's get into freaking let's get into the legacy of Midway, because man,
Yes,
this
please.
this legacy is what the
Oh man.
arcade was all about. This is the time. This is the
They owned the
pinnacle. This
arcade.
is the
Yes.
time when the arcades were booming, the sound,
Yes.
the quarters going into the slots. We all been there. And of course,
Yes.
oh man, come on.
Those original games they brought out. Oh
Yes,
man.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. This is
Love them.
this is what it's all about, baby. This is what it's all about. And so shout out to everyone who's actually watching right now. And if you are just joining us for the first time, or maybe this has been several times, go ahead and hit that like button. But if you have not, hit the subscribe button, and also hit the bell notification thing to actually stay on tune with us, because we got more in our chamber, especially for the upcoming month and next year as well. Oh, we got big stuff next year. So
If you subscribe to us, all the chicks will like swarm to you, dude. Trust me on this.
They'll jump on you.
Yeah.
yes,
They
indeed.
want to get their hands on you.
Woo! Absolutely. All right, so let's talk about the legacy of Midway.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
we have to give a big shout out to these guys, because they actually built
Oh man, yes we do.
my history. This made me the man that I am today, because there were a lot of fantastic games. And of
And
course,
pinball, and we're gonna mention some pinball games too.
pinball. As a matter of fact, pinball.
I love me some pinball.
Yes, sir.
Williams. We're gonna talk about Williams. We're gonna talk about Bally.
Yes,
We're gonna talk about
Valley.
all those.
Yes,
Yep. We're gonna talk about Trade West, because Trade West is actually with them, and also and a few other companies as well. The
yes,
many companies make their ported
that's
games,
correct.
home
Yes,
as well. So
yep, and also Midway distributes some of these games too, but we're gonna get to that.
we're gonna get into that too. So you remember Pac-Man? You remember Miss Pac-Man? And you look up
Yes,
there the thing, and you see that wonderful word, Bally Midway.
yes, sir.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's
They had a
right.
sweet logo too.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys noticed though. I don't know if you guys have been watching the Pac-Man cartoon that was on that's on MeTV Tunes. If you watch the end credits though, it says Namco and Valley Midway as well.
Mm.
So they're
Oh,
based on
oh wow!
yeah,
I didn't
it's
know that.
on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you go back and watch the Pac-Man cartoon, that's currently on MeTV Tunes, and yeah, that's on there. They say, oh, look at that! It says Namco and Valley Midway, because Valley Midway, they was the ones who helped brought the Pac-Man games here in the States.
That's
So
right. That's right. So all you
makes
little
sense.
kiddies would not know about the pack. You wouldn't know about the pack without our friends over there at the mid.
Yes. Mhm.
Let's get into Midway Games legacy in 4 acts. There are several history lessons that we need to learn about there.
Yes.
And believe it or not, you want to get into the games, or you want to get into the legacy first, and then we get into the games? Yeah, let's get into the legacy. Let's talk about the
Yeah,
legacy.
I mean, we
I want to hear the
sure, yeah,
chat's favorite games.
Yeah.
I want to hear the
yeah,
chat's
yeah,
favorite games. I want to hear your favorite games.
yeah.
Let's do this.
Yes. Okay.
And
Here
then
we go.
also, we could start off at Midway Games. It started, believe it or not, started in 1958.
Yeah, that's a ways away, baby. And they were like,
Yeah,
basically,
you weren't even born yet.
yeah, they were all about amusement machines. That's what they were.
Yes,
Arcade cabinets were called amusement machines.
that's right.
That's why they were so dominant then.
Yes, and
Wow.
they were acquired by a little company. They weren't that little back then. Bally Manufacturing in 1969. Good year.
Yes.
And which merged its pinball division with Midway in 1982, forming
Yes.
Bally Midway. So all those wonderful pinball machines that you see in the arcade, which people still play to
pinball machines, especially like you get to hear like they have voices, they
Oh
have
yeah.
I
sounds.
want a
I,
pinball
I, I,
machine so bad.
and yeah, listen, I'll name you a couple of games here, pinball games, because we're gonna save the good stuff, the arcades for later, and all
Yeah.
the.
Of course.
So they had the Adams Family.
Absolutely.
They
Yes.
had they had Attack from Mars.
Oh,
They
great
even
one,
had.
great one, great one. Absolutely, I love that one.
I love that movie too, and
Yeah.
I love playing that pinball game. They had Doctor Who,
Yep.
when Doctor Who used to be good, but now it sucks, unfortunately. Um,
Mm.
they had Baby Pac-Man pinball as well.
Yeah, of course.
There was the gorgeous goth of all time, Elvira and the Party Monsters.
You know what?
And let
God,
me
God
tell you
bless her
something.
heart. God
Her
bless her
voice.
heart. Yeah, God bless
Oh
her heart.
yes,
Yeah, she
yeah.
retired. She retired her character, and you know what? I God bless her because you know what? She did Elvira for you.
Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure she still wears the outfit
No,
every now and then. No.
she's planning on retiring. I think as of next year or the following year. I'm not really too sure. She said she's gonna do a
Okay.
few more.
Yeah.
She's gonna do a few more appearances, a few more shows, and then she's gonna
Okay.
she's gonna hang up the wig. That's what I
Okay.
told her. So,
But yeah, I mean, I remember playing that pinball, and then they had her lovely voice. So whenever you were scoring, or if you dropped the ball,
she had
or
two games.
you know,
She had two different pinball games in the thing.
yeah.
Monster Madness and
Well,
another one. The
yeah,
Monster
the one I mentioned, Elvira and the Party Monsters. That
Party
was
Monster.
the one I just mentioned. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was Gilligan's Island, the classic TV show,
Of course.
and then there was Judge Dredd. I am the law. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to say it. I'm sorry. It's just the way how Stallone says it.
Oh my
The
god.
law. And then there was The Shadow. There, if you all remember that movie.
Oh yes. The Shadow knows.
Yes, The Shadow knows. Yep. They had the Twilight Zone, and they had yep, and they had Mr. and Mrs. Pac-Man, and then there was Popeye Saves the Earth.
That one I didn't see in the arcade. I wanted to play it though, and I never.
Popeye Saves the Earth?
Yeah, Popeye Saves the Earth. Dude.
They have so many. I missed so many.
There was a lot though, but these are the popular ones I had to mention though. I mean, come on, who doesn't like Popeye, man?
Exactly.
I love Popeye.
I remember.
Who doesn't like? I still watch the old cartoons on VTV Tunes.
I remember some of the older ones. Which like for instance, like there's some like games like Cyclone and all that stuff. That was actually fantastic
Right.
too, and a few other ones. But Bally Midway made some of the greats. And they actually, I think one of the first ones that went try to go to digital, like the digital scoreboards and everything with digital characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they were the first ones. They were the first ones to actually do that too.
Yeah, they were the first ones actually. Yes, but yeah, these are some of the famous pinball games I had to mention though, and yeah, they were based on TV shows and movies. So those were the most popular ones. Oh yeah, there was also the creature from the Black Lagoon in there as well. Though
of course.
Yeah, and they have Black Rose. They have some original games there as well. Lady Luck also was one of them. So yeah, just to throw those out there so people knew.
Oh man, pinball
People
machines were like a staple with pool halls and stuff like that. They needed pinball machines.
I mean, you know what's so cool about those pinball machines? I like seeing the art. The art are like like when you go up to that pinball machine, you see that gorgeous art of whatever it is, whether it's the Adams
Yeah.
Family or Attack from Mars or Judge Dredd or Elvira. And I was like, oh my god, this is so gorgeous.
And
and you're like looking at it.
And
the
lights.
The
lights.
lights,
And
the
the
sound.
lights.
I love
Right.
pinball.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Oh man,
Yeah.
but then again, I talked to some of the pinball operators, and they said it is a pain in the ass to maintain.
Oh yeah, I can imagine all the hard
really
work
is.
that went into this thing.
Yeah.
I give props to those guys for doing that, man. But yeah,
Because you had to take.
it was hard.
I seen a video and everything about the breakdown of what they actually do. They had to take the top glass off. They had to take the frames off. They had to go over there. They had to polish the balls, and then they had to. And then they had to make sure that the sensors are still there, the lights are still working. Oh my God, there's so many freaking lights. have to literally
Right.
like clean that surface off and all that. Oh man.
Yeah, so that way the ball can smoothly go through where it's supposed to
We're
go.
supposed to go, yeah, because they can easily get stuck and all that stuff. Like when you do
Yeah, and then once they test it out and they see it gets stuck, then they got to go back and they got to fix it up again. Oh man, I could imagine all the hard work that to go through.
The
Oh,
springs, the launch spring, and all that stuff. That's gotta be well taken care of and all that stuff. Oh man.
man.
Yeah, it's a pain, but you know what though?
Yeah, I know. I could imagine, man.
All for naught,
What they're gonna
but
do.
but still freaking amazing. You know,
It is.
bachelor pad must. If you have a bachelor pad, and you are players like us, you need a pinball machine, at least one, or maybe two. But me, you gotta have at least one because bachelor pad, pool table, pinball machine, and maybe a few arcade machines. A must. Staples. You should have inside your bachelor pad.
Oh yeah, absolutely, definitely,
So,
definitely.
all right.
So like, since we covered the pinballs, why don't we go to the
Yeah, I got
arcade?
stuff to add, dude.
Yeah. Oh, you got stuff? Oh, go ahead.
Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead, Tony. Go ahead.
Pinball was
Go ahead.
the first, my first experience with Bally Midway. My uncle, he was a psychiatrist, had 4 children. They had a pinball machine, a pool table, air hockey. They were the luckiest kids in the world. I loved going to my cousin's
Oh
house.
wow.
But my first experience with Bally Midway was seeing that logo on top of the Fireball 2 machine.
Oh,
You guys ever played Fireball 2?
Yeah.
He had Fireball 2 in his house.
Yes.
Yes.
It was one of them. It was so fun going to his house.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Oh, I know you must have been having a blast with that thing. And
Yeah,
it's free play too. Oh my god, dude! I'll be on that for hours.
And the bachelor pad thing, you don't got to be a bachelor, dude. I'm married. I have an arcade machine right in my house.
Hey, well, see, I use bachelor pads, everything, and you know what? Call it man cave. Let's put it that way.
You know what? Those bachelors have a lot more money than we do. So guys, if you have it, live your life, enjoy.
Absolutely.
Girls too.
Come on, man.
You want an arcade? Everybody get an arcade machine. I don't care. Enjoy.
Yes.
Have all your friends over and come play.
Yeah, if you have the room for it,
that's all I care about.
Absolutely.
All right, so
definitely.
There's some girls that kick my ass, dude.
So to continue the history, let's get further into. I want to get to games. Definitely want to get to games. I want
the arcade,
because there's a lot of jargon. So basically, they became because right now Midway has become the U.S. distributor for iconic Japanese games such as Space Invaders, Pac-Man,
yes,
Galaxian, fantastic game by the way. If you ever played
of
that game,
course.
you'll love it. Galaga and several other games that are there, and helped launch the arcade boom. Without Midway, all those games, those iconic games that you know of, would have never ever gotten to as popularity as it is today. Because it would have been stuck in Japan. You would have been stuck in Japan and would never been in the States. And you know what? The arcade would probably become a dustbin. So just realize that. So
that's right.
So the golden era, which actually was between 1983 and 1998, which is definitely when things really hit its stride.
Yes.
1988, Bally sold its arcade division to WMS Studios, which actually rebranded the whole entire studio into Midway Games. So now Midway Games has begun. Midway acquired Atari Games and TradeWest, which is actually very awesome companies, and they expanded into home consoles, which is the reason why a lot of the Midway collections actually have Atari games in it, such as Marvel Madness. What's another
Pit Fighter.
Pit Fighter, yes. APB, fantastic game. Oh my god.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Another one I have to mention, Primal Rage.
Primal Rage, yes, indeed.
Oh yeah.
Farting Monkeys.
Oh,
that's all I remember from Primal Rage. I gotta play more.
Chaos.
Farting Monkeys.
Chaos, yes. Oh
then he had Blizzard. Yeah,
What's
Blizzard,
up
who
with that?
Blizzard, he's nasty.
Blizzard was
Sauron,
awesome.
Sauron, which is actually a freaking awesome.
Sauron,
Yeah,
Diablo.
Yep.
Heck
Oh,
yeah.
yo, they got resurrect that game. That game has
Oh come on, they gotta bring that
they
back.
gotta bring that back.
Come on.
And the sequel never had a port. The sequel actually, believe it or not, the complete sequel is only available at Galloping Ghost. So
Ghost,
if you actually want, if you want to play the full version, of
you gotta go there.
Primal Rage 2, you have to go to Galloping Ghost to play it. Shout out to those guys over there. They're really awesome.
Exactly. Great arcade place. So if you're ever at the Chicago area, go visit that place. And I want to give a big shout out to Doc, the owner of that place. He's an awesome dude.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Yep, indeed. So, they released legendary titles such as Mortal Kombat, sorry.
Yeah, let's start with the first one.
NBA Jam, NFL Blitz, Cruising USA was in partnership with Nintendo.
Let's start with some older ones. How about Timber? How about Tapper?
Oh, yeah.
Tapper, baby.
Tapper. Now, here's the funny
Let's start with some old ones before we go to the 90s.
Yeah, that's true.
You gotta play in this area, man. I love this stuff.
Let me get into the nitty gritty of that, because Tapper was actually a very interesting one. Now, Tapper actually got in partnership with Budweiser, and and the controls actually had an actual tap to use to actually throw out the beer mug to the customers. So you use up and down. That they use this one that they actually tap. Freaking amazing concept.
Yeah.
Although it was not kid friendly, so they couldn't bring it to any other arcade. It was only available in bars, not in actual arcades. So they had to change the name to Root Beer Tapper, and
that is correct.
And it changed the controls to button instead of a celibate tap. So that's
yes.
So there you have it. Story
of
Tapper. A wonderful story of Tapper.
Exactly. I also want to mention this one game, Xenophobe.
Xenophobe! I love that game. Man, let's go that game. 3-player simultaneous, side-scrolling, 3 different sections. And it's funny. Go ahead.
Yeah. No. I was gonna say, that game right there. Of course, Spy Hunter 2, and Trog. We talked about Trog in our earlier episodes.
That's right.
And it had a home port to the NES, and then there was Narc.
Yep.
Narc was a classic favorite of mine. So.
Here's the funny thing. Let me stop you right there.
Go ahead.
Yeah, stop you right there. Because Bally was the one that actually re-established, not Midway. Bally was the one that released Narc. Which is a very interesting story, because this is like the beginning. Narc was the first game that used digitalized characters, digital actors in the game.
Yes.
And also had the violence too, which is surprising, because somehow.
Yeah, they had the violence. Yeah. That was the whole thing. To say no to drugs and all that other stuff.
That's right. To say no to drugs. That was the first game. That actually had the they say no to drugs. And then every other game actually had the Winners Don't Use Drugs logo on there. It started popping up on other games.
Exactly. That game was pretty controversial back in those times, though. But hey, it tells us to stay away from drugs, though. So, I loved it, though. And then blowing up criminals with rocket launchers. Oh man, that made my day. That made my day right there. And of course, I mentioned Rampage. Rampage is a classic, though, and just playing these monsters and just going through cities and cities, just bashing buildings, and then you have to take out the army that's trying to take you down. So that's a great one. Also, I have to mention this one basketball game, Arch Rivals. The first game where you punch your players.
They called it a basket brawl. That was the first basket brawl game. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
That
game was a 2-on-2 game. So, but it was so Oh man, there's so many memories playing that. Before NBA Jam, it was Arch Rivals. So they got the inspiration. And then I mean we mentioned about Pit Fighter, but even though it was from Atari though, but they also used the whole digital actors. And I do want to give a fun fact. Mark C. Williams, who plays Ty in the game, he made an appearance in Jean Claude Van Damme's film Lionheart, and you can see him where Van Damme is going to underneath the bridge, and he sees a street fight going on. You see Mark C. Williams, he's fighting some punk, and then you see him winning his fight. And then the actor, he tells, "Oh, you want to keep on going?" He's like, "No, no, 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 just keep my money." And then he gives him his money, and then he just leaves. So I just want to throw that out there, though.
Nice.
Which was pretty cool. So I was saying to myself, so wait a minute. So Mark C. Williams had a pretty good year in 1990. He was in a John Claude Van Damme movie. He gets to kick ass, and he's in a video game and playing as the main character. You can't beat that.
You can't beat that with a baseball bat. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So great.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really awesome.
Yeah. So then, go ahead, because I don't want to mention all. If you could mention some games, Tony and Torrance, if you want.
Oh yeah, of course.
I don't want to take the whole time.
You already mentioned some of my favorites, and I think Spy Hunter 2. You definitely mentioned that. AP Tapper.
They have Tron too.
Yeah.
Tron. Yes, exactly.
Tron. That's right.
Another one of my favorites, Burger Time.
Burger Time.
It pisses me off, but I love Burger Time.
Burger Time and the thing was a Data East game, but it did get distributed by Valley. Valley actually did.
Okay.
Distribute. Yes,
that's correct.
Yes, so it does count.
Yes,
it does count.
How about Satan's Hollow?
Yeah, another great game. That game was hard.
I think I have it though.
It was a hard game.
It's a hard game, but it's so much fun. So much fun.
It is so much fun. You want to know what's also fun? Remember Clowns?
Yes, I remember Clowns. Oh my god.
It's one of their early games, so we had to throw that in there.
Of course.
Then it was double play. Yes. Yeah. I'm sorry. How about Wizard of Wars?
Wizard of War.
Yeah.
Wizard of War. Yes, that's a great game.
Wizard of War. Yeah.
Great game.
Yeah.
And of course, it's a nice little simplistic game, and I think for all the ones who love those kind of point, build up your point kind of games. Bubbles. There's another game that actually kind of popped up in there. Bubbles. Now, where you actually play as a little scrub bubble, and I think taking out all the little insects and stuff like that, and you're scrubbing the whole entire sink.
I remember that.
And you become bigger and stuff like that, and you actually get this weird. You become like a little funky face and everything as a bubble, and I think as you collecting it, as you getting bigger and stuff like that. But you could also get bursted because you have another creature that kind of comes out and pops you, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
Midway, did they put out the Journey game? Journey, the band.
Yes.
Yeah, they did.
Did they put out the game?
They did.
Yeah, they did.
you guys ever played it? It's hilarious.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it. It's funny, dude. You hear the MIDI version of their songs in the background.
Wow.
Awesome.
Wow.
That is awesome. Yeah. And then we have to mention Joust as well.
Joust,
and there was Joust 2.
Joust and Joust 2.
Joust
was the game. Still to this very day, one of my favorite freaking Twitch games of all time. It's still
going on in Joust.
Oh man.
It's a knight riding an ostrich, fighting other knights riding an ostrich.
Exactly.
What is going on?
Yeah. You collect their eggs.
It's lunacy.
Yes. You collect their eggs, right? And to get the bonus points and stuff like that.
Eggs?
And but the thing is that you have to land on top of them because they can easily go on and they get cheap. Once they get the later stages, oh my god.
Oh yeah. They're all over the place.
They become faster and they get you on both sides and you have to literally try to flap your wings and everything to try to get on top.
Yep.
Because if you don't, pop, you're done. It's crazy.
Yep.
No,
go ahead.
Yeah, and of course, if you like top-down racers, you gotta mention Sprint, Championship Sprint, and of course Super Sprint. Fantastic games, very loose wheels, and for a reason. And I actually tell people that I tell the operators all the time, because the then you have to, you can power up your vehicle, and then you get more speed, better engine, whatever, better tires, so you can make better turns and all that stuff
Mm-hmm.
as you go
Yeah.
on. And but then again, there is a glitch that has a certain racer speed up faster than anybody, and you have to literally be cheap and cut them off, because if you don't, they're gonna get to the first finish line that they before you even get to the second round, second win. I played the game. I went through all the races, and it actually happened. And it's cheap, but they did it for a reason. I think the same thing happens in RC Pro Am too, but that's the point.
I believe so as well.
Yeah,
I believe that.
I have a bone to pick with Rare with that one, because I mean, when you hear that certain sound, you hear like that high pitched sound.
Mm-hmm.
That means that green one is already at the finish line, because because it just speeds off and everything, and you won't see it again. And then you wonder.
Oh, so you're pretty much done.
Yeah, pretty much done. So you have to get in front of it and actually stop it, because if you don't, they get in first place. So anyway, that's no rant on that one. But yeah.
Okay.
But
and that's cool. It's cool. Cool to mention that. Yeah, I have to. We gotta mention this one game. We cannot move on until we mention this game. We have to mention Paperboy.
Yeah.
How could you not?
Boy, come on.
There's so many. I was like, is this Midway?
Yes, but you know what? It is.
Chances are it probably is.
Well, here's the thing though, because I have the Midway Arcade Treasures, and it's on there. So there you go.
Yeah.
So I have to count it, but Paperboy was unique because it has because using the bike handle, to move. So I thought that was very unique. When I first saw that as a kid, I was like, okay, this is so I'm actually gonna be riding the bike. So when I tried that, I was like, oh my goodness, this is pretty unique though, and different. So yeah, I mean, the Paperboy was like, it was just so weird because like when you're going up that street, you get to see the dogs, and if you take too long, to go up, you see these swarm of bees go after you.
Yeah.
Get us in that neighborhood where that kid delivered paper.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
What a messed up neighborhood.
Listen.
No,
You stop robbers.
Go ahead, Charles. I'm sorry. And I was going to mention though, like Charles added the whole you got to stop robbers, and then you see people fighting on the street, you see people breakdancing. But you know what's the craziest thing? Yeah, you know what's the craziest thing? But what's the messed up thing? You see an old lady with a grocery cart. That, and also like you see a woman on a grocery cart and hit her with the paper, and then she splats with groceries.
Yes.
Oh,
yes, when you hit pedestrians with paper, they do react pretty funny. You know what? Here's the thing: games like that, they'd piss you off, but you'd have fun and you'd laugh at the absurdity.
It's just so.
They knew how to tickle your whimsy, dude.
Dude, and dude, if you go to the hard street, there's a Grim Reaper.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
The Grim Reaper. You got freaking cars. You got all these. You got jumps.
Motorcycles.
Motorcycles. And here's the best part. Those who unsubscribe and then you get to smash out their windows. You know, because I mean, and that gives you points. It gives you points. Anybody who's not subscribed, you're like, oh, okay, you didn't subscribe. Here you go, right through your freaking front window. But it's cool though. But you get bonus points and everything by throwing your paper into their mailboxes and everything. You get 250 points and stuff like that, and all these bonuses and stuff like that. But you can mess up too, because if you actually hit a subscriber's window, you can see a person run out and everything and literally trying to attack you.
Yes, they will attack you. Yes, they'll come out.
You. Oh man, so much fun.
Dude,
so it's like real life.
Exactly. And here's the thing though, there could be an asshole on like a middle or hard mode, and then they'll throw like bombs on the sidewalks right there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The little kid. Yeah. The little kid runs out and they throw the bombs.
Those bombs. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. those little kids are, and then you have a little kid who's playing with a remote control, with his
the
remote
RC with the
control
little
car.
RC. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
remote control. I don't know
Yep.
why I splattered there for a moment though. Yeah, remote control car, and you want and you can smack that kid. So you
Yep.
little bastard, you're trying to hit me with that little
Yep.
piece of shit.
And you
Get
can
out of here with that.
and you can stop a fight. You can stop a fight and everything. You see two
Yes.
guys fighting and everything, and whoever you hit and everything, the other guy goes, yeah,
Yeah.
I won.
You smack him too as well.
Oh, that's true. That's
Nobody
right. You
wins.
can. Nobody
Yeah.
wins. Nobody wins.
Exactly. Nobody wins. And then you see guys working with the jackhammers on the street.
Yep.
Smack them too as well.
Yep, you can smack everybody.
They're just trying to make it. They're just trying to make a living. But you could be this asshole kid and start smacking people with the paper.
Oh man.
You know, the entire town's crazy. The entire town's crazy. That kid.
That town is crazy.
That town is crazy.
At some point, it's just self-defense for that kid.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
They're all
Yeah, exactly.
But
Dude,
here's the
go
catch.
ahead.
But here's the catch. At the end of it, everything, you go through an obstacle course. Every
Yeah.
single stage, you go through an obstacle course. So and you get a bonus point at the end. Then you have a crowd actually cheering for you and everything at the end. Hey, I made it through my street, and they say thank you. I'm like,
I'm alive.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. But you know what's the best thing about Paperboy, besides all that crazy stuff we were talking about, was the voices. Like when he says, when you smack a window, he says, "Don't tell my boss." Oh, now I'm mad.
Yeah. Yep.
He said,
Exactly. Now I'm mad.
He
Paperboy.
said, "Oh, what?" Or then
Paperboy.
when he gets back, when he gets hit, he said, "What a jerk I am." He said, "Ow, that hurt." Like there's so many. Like he has a lot of sayings that in the game it's so freaking hilarious. You know, bad dog.
Oh man.
That kid is hilarious. I love that. I love Paperboy. He's
Yeah,
such a hilarious.
We're giving a lot of love to Paperboy and everything.
Yes, we are.
All you players out there and everything. That's how much fun that game is. If you have not tried Paperboy, whether it's arcade or even at home, you got to get your hands on it and
You
try
have to
it.
play that.
It's pretty damn hard, too.
It's hard. It is, but
Oh,
you
yeah,
know what?
of course it's
But
hard.
the challenge is actually about Twitch. It's Twitch gaming. It's all about Twitch gaming. Timing, Twitch gaming, memorization, the thing, and actually knowing your awareness of your surroundings. Because believe it or not, every single hazardous part in there is all about precision. Knowing exactly where you have to position your bike and everything just to get just right to actually get that. But that's what makes the game so genius, and it's so much fun, and it's addicting. It's all about it's so addicting, man. I love it, and you know what? And I talked about it before, and everything. I love point scoring games. Getting that high score is an adrenaline rush. It really does. Because you always sit right there and try to make a better score. You're like, I know I could do a better Monday. Or I know I could do a better Tuesday. The kind of thing. Or yes.
Go
Check
ahead.
your pinball effects on Xbox Live, man. I'm trying to catch up to you.
Oh, okay. No, it's all good. It's all good. Listen, man, I gotta get back into that game. I gotta get back into that anyway.
It's still fun. It's still fun.
It is fun. Before we leave on Paperboy, the game over newspaper screen is hilarious.
Yes.
You can read all the headlines say that he was a real loser.
Yeah, he was a real loser. And you see him with the
You just give me an idea.
They say the worst delivery boy ever.
Oh, jeez. Hilarious.
That's funny.
Yep. So moving on to some more games. We got more games.
Let's go some more games.
Yeah, we got more games. Let's talk about games. There's also a game called Tubin, which is actually another fantastic game. It's a 2-button game, by the way. It's a 2-button game. It's where you tap left or right as you go down the river and you avoid broken bottles, twigs, and stuff like that. You avoid blow darts from the outside, and of course your opponent, which actually is trying to bump you into all these little
right.
But you actually get these secret areas, and like these secret rivers, and you get those points, and also you have to go through all these these little poles or these to get extra points. It's so awesome, and the stages become so much harder too because you have a snow stage, you have a jungle stage, you got all that stuff, and you got new hazards. It's so awesome. It's so much fun, and also learning how to use tap left, tap right, and tapping both buttons and actually go straight. Because some people don't do that. They just do left and right. You can do like this and then they actually go straight. So like, oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there you go, boom.
Right.
So it's awesome. Fun game
Man.
too. And then of course, if you like first-person shooters or third-person shooters, there's a game called Zybots. They actually have as well. That actually uses the same kind of controllers that you see in Tron. So you actually can be able to, use that to actually shoot.
Mm-hmm.
So you're shooting robots and then you go through mazes, using that, and you get keys and all that stuff. That's a fun game.
Oh yeah, that is a really fun game. Did we mention Smash TV?
No, we didn't. I was saving that
How could
one.
we not?
I was saving that one.
Okay.
Why? You know why?
Okay, all right.
Because the reason why.
Bingo.
That was next.
The reason why, because all those famous sayings and everything, like, I'll buy that for $1.
Of course.
Big money, big prizes. I love it. Yep, indeed. And of course, you got these bosses, these mega bosses at the end, stuff like that. No words. Things like that sort. Oh, come on. How could you not?
Oh yeah.
How could you not love games like that? Because
man.
One of the best twin stick shooters.
It was an inspiration from the Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger as well.
Yep, and it works. And it works because the deaths are crazy. You get
they are.
You get run over and you get blown into bits and everything. If you land on a mine or you get electrified, they go stuff like that. Or if you get hit by one of the guys, you go and you drop.
Surprise is your life.
Yeah, there it is.
There you go.
And I think that twin stick shooters and everything, because he didn't mention Robotron 2084 yet.
Oh yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Robotron 2084, another Twitch game. Very, very Twitch heavy. Reflex heavy. Challenging, yes. Because number one, you want to get those points. Why? Because if you get those points, you get those free men. The lives are so important in that game. Because you can rack them up really, really rapidly, but you can also lose those points very rapidly as well. Because all those people you rescue give you those big points, and you have to rescue them.
Yes, they do.
Make that a priority. Because just shooting everything ain't gonna give you squat. If you rescue them and everything, because it goes by thousands. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. Once you get past 5,000, every single person you rescue is 5,000. You want to make sure that you get those 5,000 because it builds up. Every 10,000 or 15,000, 20,000, 25,000, 30, all the way up. It actually gives you lives and things like 150,000 and then 200,000 and then 250,000 and 300,000, all the way up. You get those free lives. Free lives are important. And I was just playing that today. I was just playing that today just for nostalgia's sake, and I want to go back to it now. I love the game.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So speaking of shooters, we have to mention Total Carnage.
Yes,
one of my.
Yes.
Another twin shooter I have to throw in there.
Yep.
Game was brutal as hell.
Brutal. Also the protagonist in the game looks like a what do you call it? Like an M. Bison wannabe, like he's like
like dictator.
I'll buy you for $1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
That game.
Ooh man, brutal.
Oh
hard.
man.
And also, the bonus stages. Don't forget about the bonus stages. We had to sit right there and you had to tap those buttons and stuff like that to actually get yourself out of the electric chair. Because you sit right there like this, you're like yeah, man.
Yeah.
Freaking awesome.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. But
God.
and then
That
and,
was such a fun game. Go
and
ahead.
if you're a sports fan,
That's
and you like robots, don't forget about Cyberball. Cyberball,
yes,
yes.
Cyberball. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that game was hard, man. I mean,
It was hard.
it was. And you know what? It's a quarter muncher too, because believe it or not, you have to buy time. Because you have to buy quarters, you have to buy time. Because you're also the ball that you have actually explodes too.
Yes.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
You have to think fast.
You have to think
You
fast.
have to think fast. If you
Yes.
don't, forget it. You're gonna be blown.
You have to buy your players, you have to buy your linemen and all that stuff, and you have to. And believe it or not, it's all about scoring, but also it's about timing too. You have to be fast, because if you're not, if you hold on to that ball too long, you'll see the ball start blinking, and then if it explodes and everything, you lose a player. And then you see the guy comes over there, and they just hit the parts off the stuff. Oh man,
Hilarious.
Midway is awesome, man. When it comes to these amazing ideas and these games, these concepts, come on, man. How can you not?
Dude, we're not even like close to the like main ones from the '90s though, but we're close. We're already close to it.
Dude, we're just scratching the surface. We are literally just scratching the surface.
We do. That's all we're doing for now.
Yeah, Midway has that much freaking history. Midway is, people were like, oh, Capcom and all that. Listen,
we love Capcom.
We love them. No. We love Capcom. We love Konami. We love all those companies. But believe it or not, the arcade would not exist if Midway did not have what they had. If Midway and Bally and all of them did not, throw their hat into this ring, the arcades would not exist. I guarantee you would not see anything at all, the way the arcades were. Back in the 90s and the 2000s, it would never be like that.
Yes.
It would have never been like that.
No, sir.
It would have been history. It would have been history. It would have nothing. And without Midway. Midway was innovators when it came to quarter munching games that will engage you. They had the best freaking titles and all that stuff. It's just, come on. Oh, man.
Good stuff. Yeah, the
Midway didn't make arcades, it would have been the worst timeline ever.
Oh, it would have been.
I believe so.
Yep.
I believe so. Yes, definitely.
Yep.
But
Dr. Strange my ass out of there.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Moving on. Here comes some great stuff. Super high impact football.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh yes. You want to kick the butt? I can hear you. It's super high impact. And also, listen. Okay, we gotta stop here. We gotta stop at this game. I gotta tell you some great memories about that game.
Sure.
Okay. Number one, when I was playing with my cousins, my pals, I was playing, and dude, we want to talk about all night long. We were playing that game. We like to play games like Treble and all that stuff, and that, right? But Super High Impact was the game. Why? It was brutal. Because if you actually do a high impact hit, you knock the freaking helmet off and stuff like that. And then you have an announcer, and then the announcer comes over there and everything. You see like a meter goes. He's like, all right, that's pretty good. Or better yet, the thing, if you actually do like a weak one, he'd be like, yeah, so what, kind of thing. Or if you actually, but if you did a big one, he'd be like, you're like, outrageous.
That announcer was hysterical, man.
Oh my God, love the game, man. Oh my God, and also they're taunting you in the middle of a freaking huddle when they're actually what they what is it? Your mama's boy.
Yeah.
So awesome.
The announcer was hilarious,
Oh
man.
my god!
Oh god.
What a great game! What you know what?
Oh, that was a great game. That
Yes.
opened up to also more games that we're going to be talking
Hey,
about because it
listen.
inspires some of these games that
Yes, we're
we're
gonna
going
get
to be
into that.
mentioning now.
We're gonna definitely get into
Yeah,
that.
and
Yes.
then definitely gonna get into that. And then yeah, Super Iron Pack came out that time, and what came out at that time also? Terminator 2.
Yes. It
Yes.
was huge.
Oh
Terminator.
man, yes,
It's Judgment Day. Mm.
yes,
Big mistake.
man.
Oh.
Great shooting game, but freaking hard as hell.
Oh, did we forget about Terminator 2 and everything? They actually had a pinball game too? They actually did do one.
Yeah, they did.
That's right.
Yeah, they
Yeah, they
did.
did.
That's right.
That's
Forgot about
right.
that.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, we got all about that. Oh my god. That was a fun one too. Real fun.
That was fun.
You know, and it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
Terminator
boy.
2, the arcade game. Wow, what a game that was.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Fun two-player light gun games. Like you know how we are about those light gun games, man. You know those light gun
Oh
games.
yes.
Bringing them home, they're great in the arcade. And you know what? Anytime we go out, when it comes to light gun games, listen, we're all over it. We're all over it because there's so
Yes, we
many
are.
amazing freaking light
Like a
gun games.
drunken prom date.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! Woo! My god!
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then the biggest fighting game of them all, Mortal Kombat came out in 1992, and man, did that game brought some huge controversy at that time.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
Yes.
indeed. Yeah, we're gonna get we're gonna get all into that controversy really quick, you know, stuff like that. So.
You have any other games you want to mention?
Oh yeah, of course. We gotta mention a few. I know we're gonna get into like the more high tech ones.
Did we mention this one game? What was that one with the demons head going on? Was it called Sinistars?
Sinistar.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. Yeah. Okay. I got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Sinistar
Yeah.
That game is badass.
It was almost like the Asteroids meets it's what's it called? Asteroids.
Give you nightmares?
Yeah. And you know that's right. The voice.
He
The
gives
voice.
you nightmares,
Oh
man. He
my
talks the hell out of you.
He was scary. That Sinister was scary. But if you killed him, you got big points for killing him.
Absolutely.
I still haven't killed him.
No?
No, it's hard, dude.
It is hard, but it's doable.
I haven't played. I played like 3 times. I have it, but I played like 3 times.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so Daryl, Daryl, we did mention Narc.
Definitely,
Narc
Daryl.
already.
That's coming up.
Yeah, we mentioned that already. Narc.
Yep, we did. Anybody else mention some other games?
Wow, we got a lot.
I think
Crimson Flame mentioned Shaolin Monks a while ago, but
but Shaolin Monks, we haven't gotten to that.
I want a Shaolin Monks remake too, so I agree.
We haven't gotten we haven't gotten to the latter part of Midway yet. Because,
we'll get there. We'll get there.
Right now,
we'll get there. Don't worry.
Yeah, we're coming more on the arcade era because the arcade area really matters. Because believe it or not, the home consoles would actually
none of that stuff would happen.
Yeah, none of that stuff would happen
exactly.
at all. Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, we mentioned the right after Super High Impact Football because I wanted to let you know that Ed Boon did work on Super High Impact Football, and he had the opportunity to create Mortal Kombat. So I figure if we got from Super High Impact, we go straight to Mortal Kombat.
Sure.
So I think that's
why not?
That's perfect right there. So yeah, it took like 4 people to create this game, and because here's the thing: first, they wanted to do a Jean-Claude Van Damme game because Van Damme was the big top star, when it came to martial arts. So and when they had these digital, they had the engine to do these digital actors. They wanted to do a Van Damme game because since they did Terminator 2 arcade, let's see if we could do something with Van Damme. But unfortunately, things didn't go through. And then the higher ups at Midway, they just told them that, well, since you have these characters, why don't you just create your own game? So they said, all right. and then they decided to they decided to work on it. John Tobias wrote the story and everything, and then they did the backgrounds. They had John Volk on the team as well, and then they got to work on it, and there you go, there you go.
Nice.
And
Nice.
then they took a couple months, and they came out with Mortal Kombat, and it was such a huge hit because they really did not think this was going to be huge, and it was, and then it was so huge. Here's the funny part: right after they did Mortal Kombat, Ed Boon and Tobias wanted to do like a Star Wars game, but the higher up says, "Oh no, you're not Star Wars game. No, they're not doing no Star Wars game. You're doing a sequel. You're doing a sequel." Yeah. So and then with the sequel, they doubled it. Okay. You thought it's because first Mortal Kombat took place in like an island on Earth. It was on an island. So with Mortal Kombat 2, they decided to like top it up a notch, and they decided to put it like in a dark place, and you're in Outworld. So you're in a different environment. It's dark, it's creepy, like Tony's background, the living forest. So
That's where I
and
live.
all these
It's in the woods, right in my backyard. That's what's there.
yeah.
Nice.
I mean, those trees have faces. Well, that's scary.
That's it.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
That freaked me out.
yeah. But Mortal Kombat 2, right there, was like to me
Huge.
one of the best sequel games of all time. And
100%.
oh man, yeah, the arcades people were lined up to play this game, putting their tokens right in front of there, say, "I got next."
You can wait like an
That's
hour.
what an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can wait like an hour before you got your turn, man. That's how many people were playing.
yeah. Long lines or everything. I tell you what, they really topped it up a notch with this game.
And
You
discovering
know,
those fatalities. Listen, let me tell you something about that.
go ahead.
There were people, and I believe it or not, it's the same thing as Street Fighter. Street Fighter 2, I think, was very big at that time because I mean, right, pretty much almost like rivals. Because
They were.
I remember Street Fighter 2 was starting to get big because around that time, I think there was a Street Fighter 2 championship edition coming out around that time.
Yeah, it was around that time. Championship edition came out.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, of course, when Mortal Kombat came, and I think the popularity was starting leaning towards Mortal Kombat. And then I noticed that people were carrying around pieces of paper. And I was looking on there, and it's like ripping out heart, ripping out heart, tearing off head, and and I was like, what is this? And then I started witnessing it, and I was like, what is this? This is freaking amazing. Because when the screen goes dark, and the thing is like, finish him.
Yeah.
What's the first fatality you guys saw? The first fatality ever.
The first fatality I saw was actually it was like I remember seeing this as a kid because I mean when I saw like the guy when he uppercut him, you saw the blood like hitting the floor, and I was like
yeah,
oh
it looked like
man.
jelly.
Yeah, and I said, damn, that hurts. Like imagining it was like that hurts. Like oh my god. And then I was watching it, and the guy, when the guy found, I think it was a Kano versus it was either Scorpion or Sub Zero. So the Kano player won, and then when I saw the screens was blocking and everything, and then he reached out and he pulled his heart, and I saw it go doom doom doom. I was like, and I was oh my god.
Yeah.
Like and I was like, it didn't traumatize me. It shocked me as a kid because I was 11 or 12 years old at the time when I first saw that.
The shock factor, yes, indeed. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was shocked when I saw that. What about you? What about you guys?
My first fatality that I actually saw was the spinal rip. That right there. That right there was like, oh, what? Because it was brutal. The way he grabbed him, it wasn't like quick.
He just like
it was like grab, shake, snap, and then rip off. And then he held onto the head with the spine literally dripping down. Bruh.
You saw him struggle too, like you saw he was he was forced to rip that head off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like literally took force. And everybody was playing the game. People with Raiden. People were trying to figure out Raidens, and then I finally saw Raidens, and I think when you see it, I'm like, bro! Your head
Raiden
explodes.
is gibberish.
Blows his head right off. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And then you seeing all that stuff, and then knocking somebody in the face, and then you see all these heads freaking impaled on freaking spikes and stuff, and body parts,
there was bodies.
and torso.
Yeah, there was bodies impaled.
Oh,
yeah.
God, man, I was like, that's wow. Okay.
The game had so many secrets. Okay, it had so many secrets. I remember when somebody figured out how to fight Reptile. But I don't know if you guys noticed though, in the arcade game of Mortal Kombat, when you fight Reptile, the characters when they were fighting below the pit stage, they were a little bit off. It's like they were like on the top. They were not like sitting. They were not like on the bottom where they're supposed to be. They were like on the top a little bit. I don't know if you guys
Yeah,
remember
they were
that.
overlaid kind of funny over the background.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Which is kind of weird though. But I tell you what though, I mean when people found out about there was secrets though, Mortal Kombat 2 actually doubled it because in the first game, Reptile was a secret character you fought, and then in the second game came along, they actually added three characters. You could have secret fights with. It was Noob Saibot, Jade, and Smoke. So and then the fatalities, they doubled that up though. Now characters have two fatalities, and then once we got to the friendships and to the babalities though, when people find out, oh, you don't have to kill your opponent if you want, you could be nice to them. So they end up doing the friendships, and he could turn into a baby, which is hysterical if you want to humiliate
Yeah.
your opponent. And
They went
then
all in
all of
on
a sudden,
two and turned it
they
crazy.
went exactly. They went all in on two right there. And what's hilarious about this, people are saying they were coming up with some ideas like they're coming out with some like you could turn into an animal and rip your opponent apart. And then there was the people venturing about something crazy
Like
like
Red Melody.
nudalities and all this stuff.
Yeah. Those were all
Yeah,
like.
I was like, what?
Yeah,
I
but
was like,
the
are
thing
you
is,
kidding me?
they took those ideas to heart though, because that's the thing.
Right.
And because I mean they were like, what if we did put this into the game or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. That was the beauty of it because it was all about discovery, and that is what made Midway so freaking awesome because everything was all about fun, discovery, and just the shock factor. It's just all there. Everything about Midway was about awesome and attitude. That's what they were. They were all about attitude, and that's what built their name. So
attitude. My first fatality was Scorpions.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, that was the
I'm
easiest
teasing,
one
man.
though.
But yo, I got something to add. Speaking of the Mortal Kombat uppercuts, right?
Yeah.
What does that remind you of, Torrance?
That reminds me of the uppercuts. Which one?
Let me give you a clue.
Okay, go ahead.
It's my bike, punk.
Oh, I know. I won't say it though.
Torrance, you gotta know this.
Oh no!
Oh, come on. And he did the screen that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. That was what it was for but I do remember.
It's my bike, punk.
My bad, punk. Oh man.
Come on, Torrance, you got this, man.
Come on, Torrance.
I'm trying. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember.
Cat, you guys know? Come on, somebody's got to know.
I know.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
Johnny knew immediately.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I mean, just like.
But you got to catch up on your comedy again, man. I love comedy. Man.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do like the comedy. I do.
Okay. I'm gonna give him a line. Can I give him a line, Tony? Another
yes,
line?
Of course.
Okay. Hi, Miss Parker. Hi, boys. Come on.
Hi, Felicia.
Oh, goodness. Why? How do I not forget about this? Friday. Holy cow.
Yes.
Friday. Listen, you know what?
Yes.
Oh, my God. You know what?
They uppercut like Debo.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time I laugh when they get uppercut.
Holy cow!
It
And
was
they kept it
brutal,
in
though.
there. To this day, that uppercut is still there, which is awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's like a trademark.
Hey, she don't look like she don't look like Janet Jackson. She look like Brett Jackson. Oh Lord.
Hey, yo, Mortal
Don't
Kombat. You want to
ever,
get people
ever,
play
ever,
again?
ever.
Put in Debo. Put in Debo.
Oh
And
yeah.
the 2 Leagues Friday.
Oh,
Debo should
yeah,
be a guest character.
I know, but unfortunately,
He's got the uppercut.
Tim
Debo.
Lester I
Just
know, but unfortunately, Tim Lester passed away. Though he's no longer with us. So.
I know, unfortunately, but man, let's show him some love. Put him in Mortal Kombat. Have him wreck some shop.
Yeah, but then again, he put his hand in the wrestling world and everything. He put in his
right.
He put in his love and everything, and freaking and the Fifth Element, everything as the president.
Of course.
I want to murk people as Debo.
Yeah, Debo. Yeah.
Someone should mod that. I want to murk people as Debo.
Yeah. So but yeah.
Yeah.
It's Mortal Kombat really did have a big staple in especially.
They did.
So and did cement their
Boy did it.
Yeah,
Boy did it.
Let me tell you.
They cemented their name in history as one of the greatest video game companies, arcade video game companies in the world. So
right. Absolutely. And this game did it right there. And then and during that time we had a huge hit though. We had NBA Jam.
Oh yeah.
Love it. Love it.
Boom,
love it. And all the secrets in that game made it even more fun.
Monster Jam.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's on fire.
Yeah. Can't buy a bucket. Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And there was the inspiration from Arch Rivals.
Yep.
As well.
Indeed.
That's right.
So,
right.
Yeah. And then and then later on, after NBA Jam was a success, they did Tournament Edition.
And Tournament Edition improved a lot of things. I think now you have shorter dunks. Like you have the slants and short dunks in there. You had the team passes instead of when the guys in the air, so you can do team dunks. But you had more secret characters to unlock in there and stuff like that. All these secret passwords. Yeah. Oh my God. Bill Clinton. You play as Bill Clinton.
Yeah, Bill Clinton. Yeah, I know.
Raiden and Sub-Zero and Scorpion too are in it.
Yeah.
Raiden was in it. I think Nightwolf is in it too, or it's Sal
not Nightwolf.
The guy who played Nightwolf.
Yeah, Nightwolf wasn't in there, but
the guy who played it.
Sub-Zero was one of the characters in there in the arcade edition. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man.
But yeah.
Other athletes like Warren Moon showing up and stuff too. Like,
oh yeah, Mark Tamel.
Yeah, there was a lot of cameos.
Mark Tamel was one of the characters. Mark Tamel was one of the characters.
Yeah, that's right. Ed Boon and John Tobias was hidden characters in the game.
There you go. Yep. Amazing freaking game, man. And also you get all the plays the mascots as well and all that stuff. And
the mascots were hilarious.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, they just had fun with that one.
Oh yes.
Oh, of course. They went all out with this game with NBA Jam, man. It was so hilarious.
NBA Jam was one of the most requested video games in the world to be put into anything because basically people were like they were like sports centers and all that stuff. They were begging and asking, and they were backed up. They were literally backed up in orders because there was not enough manufacturing at the time and everything. They literally had put people on waiting lists to get the game delivered. It was crazy.
Oh
man.
yeah.
NBA Jam changed lives. It really did. It got a lot of people into the sport of basketball, and it did. It started.
Sports fans like video games and vice versa.
That too, yeah.
Exactly. There was people that are not big into basketball, but then when they saw this game, that all the dunks you could do and all the crazy stuff you could do in this game, people were hooked. And it was an easy game to play. The game was very easy to play.
Pick up and play, indeed.
Who was your team, guys? You know my team.
Okay.
Ewing and Oakley were my boys.
Okay, well, listen, I know the Knicks. I know you play as the Knicks.
I always play as the Knicks.
Okay, I had two teams. I had two teams. I played as the Mavericks. I played as the Celtics. And because I'm a coach,
Yep.
they had to throw in the bird, obviously. But but then again, I also played as the Bulls. But you know what got me upset about
Yeah,
the
I'd
Bulls?
cheat
Bulls
for
was
Jordan and
cool.
Pippen
Yeah,
too.
but
I'd
Well,
cheat
no, Jordan
everybody with
wasn't in
Pippen and
the game.
Pippen.
because Jordan,
Yeah, Jordan wasn't in the game.
Jordan was asking for too much. That's the reason why. It's like
That's the reason. Yeah, Scott Pippen was in there.
Pippen was in there
Pippen
though.
was there.
Yeah, Pippen was in there.
Grant Hill was in there.
Coach was in there. Who else?
Grant Hill.
And Grant Hill was in there. Yeah. So
Yeah.
but what?
Yeah.
Oh no, it was BJ Armstrong and Pippen was my team. BJ, it was BJ
Yeah,
and
BJ.
Scotty.
Yeah,
There you go.
Mm-hmm. So fantastic. I love NBA Jam, and then when they brought it home, and I think people were buying it like crazy.
Oh,
It was sold
yeah.
out, dude. NBA Jam was sold out. It was
Yeah.
sold out within 48 hours. It was sold out in all the stores, and they had back orders and everything on that game. It's crazy.
Yep.
For both consoles, Super Nintendo and Genesis.
And the Genesis version. Yep.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Oh man.
Yep.
So, but anyway,
Yeah.
But let's get into.
Yeah, we can get it. How about we can get into another great shooting game, Revolution X.
Yes. Oh yes, Aerosmith. The legendary, their loveliness and everything. There's awesome voices in this song into this game, and of course their voice, and of course their acting in there too. If you're watching this, then they've taken over. It's up to you now. Find our car and stop the new order. And then he throws the keys at you and they remember, music is a weapon. Love that game. Love the game.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Dude, I remember the first stage, the strip club, where they had all these girls there. I was like, wow. But then when it came to the home, it's unfortunate in the home versions they cut some of it off though, which kind of pissed a lot of people off though.
Yeah, that's all right. But there
are a bunch of fuddy-duddies.
But in Midway Fashion, they have secrets to unlock. So you actually get the A.
Yes.
You have to get the A. You get the A badges and everything. And there's certain ways to do it to unlock it. Shooting certain stalls, shooting certain areas, and stuff like that.
Secrets, yeah.
Yep. To actually get that, and then of course you actually unlock it at the end of the game. At the end of the game, you're actually supposed to get like some kind of special scene or something like that. And ending in the sequence. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And then right after Evolution X, we had Cruising USA.
Yes. It was a
fun game, dude.
Okay, now what's interesting about Cruising USA? This was actually around the time when the Ultra 64 was pretty much getting into its test run or its stride. That was like one of the two games, the flagship games that was supposed to be coming out for the at the time, the Ultra 64 before the Nintendo 64 became the official name. Cruising USA, with collaboration with Midway, they actually created this awesome game with 4 different cars you get to choose, and you race throughout the entire USA and all different stages and stuff like that just to get first place. And of course, you do unlock other cars as well by pressing certain button presses. That it could be a bus, it could be like a freaking truck, and something else in there. If you actually to unlock them, and they got special abilities like like better turns and stuff like that. But music was pretty good. The gameplay was kind of loosey goosey because if you ever played the game, sometimes it gets a little cheap because when you're getting hit, you will get knocked all the way back into last place. Like literally, you will get knocked into last place, and it's hard to catch up, and that's so frustrating.
Right.
But still, an amazing, fun freaking game. Absolutely. One of the first games, one of the mini games that I had gotten for the Nintendo 64 when it first came out.
Okay.
Yep, because of Mario 64.
Right.
Mario 64 had to be one of them, but Cruising USA.
Torrance, we can't hear you.
Torrance, we lost you. We can't hear you, man.
Hello. Can you hear me now? No,
we lost you.
He cut off mid-sentence, dude.
Yeah.
What?
Man, Torrance keeps getting silenced by YouTube.
I don't know what's going on, man. I think we're cursed, man. I think we're cursed. It's always on Sundays. I don't understand that.
Whose
Hold on.
ass do I gotta kick?
Hold on.
Johnny, we'll
Uh,
beat him down like we did in Brooklyn. Me and you,
yeah,
buddy. Let's go get him.
I think we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to go.
All right. I'm gonna
We're
swap.
gonna have to, we gotta go
He's
on.
back. He's back.
Yeah.
He's back.
I'm gonna swap the control. I'm gonna swap the mics and everything. Just give me a second, okay?
All right,
Yeah,
so
take your
let's
time,
keep the
man.
show going, buddy.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna start mentioning some other games as well.
All right.
There was also there was also later on after Cruising USA, we had Mortal Kombat 3. Okay, so what they wanted to do in Mortal Kombat 3, they wanted to, of course, add some more stuff, and they finally added some abnormalities, and they added a secret character you could play as. That was that was one, and then they decided.
Who was
Was
it? Who
that
was the secret character?
the secret character they decided to bring in was Cyber Smoke? It was Cyber
Oh
Smoke
yeah,
because
that's right.
you had to put it.
Cyber smoke from Oh,
With
really?
the
Yeah,
funniest
yeah,
fatality ever.
yeah. In
When
Mortal
he
Kombat 3, I was getting into Mortal Kombat 3 though because right after Cruising USA, we had Mortal Kombat 3. I mean, the game itself. I mean, they introduced the run button so that way people can like they wanted the game to be a lot more faster. So they added
The reason
that
why. You know the reason why. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo
to Turbo. Exactly.
it came out around
was
the same time.
dominating at the time.
Yes, it was
They
dominating.
were
Yes, yes. So
yes.
speed and gameplay was actually a big factor when it came to it.
Yep, and they added the dial up combos as well
That's
on
right.
that game as on there too though.
Yep.
I mean some people like it. Some people liked MK. They still like MK2, and then but people had a problem with Mortal Kombat 3 though because there was some fan favorite characters that wasn't in there. For example, Scorpion wasn't in there.
Yep.
There was no Katana.
Nope.
But then later on, like when the months came by, we got like almost at the end of that year, they brought in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, and they put back all the favorites, and they put it three secret characters to use, but you had to put the Ultimate Combat code.
Yep.
They added the Animals, they added Classic Sub Zero, they added Melina, and they finally added Ermac. When people were saying that Ermac could have been a secret character to play as MK1 because they saw the menus, people saw the name Ermac there,
Yeah.
and then they decided to make him as a character. So
Hey, you know what?
yeah,
But you know what? I love when they actually do things like that because when
yeah,
here's the thing when it comes to like certain games, especially like updates are starting to become a thing because you notice that even Street Fighter, the Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter series at the time,
right,
every single time you notice, every single time there was a certain tweak or update they actually put into there. Like for instance, like arcade owners actually they can be able to order it, and they actually put the addition in there, and they get a new
yeah.
marquee, they get a new freaking
Yeah, it was a free update. Yeah.
free update, and they can put it in there, and they actually add these new features in there. And then of course there's
Right.
these other hacks and everything like the Rainbow Edition and stuff like that, and all that stuff. That was all extra
Yeah.
But
All that hacker stuff. Yeah.
all that hack stuff. But Midway didn't allow that because believe it or not, those same people who were doing those hacks for the Street Fighter, they were trying to do some for Mortal Kombat also, and they refused. Actually, Midway said no. You know what?
Right.
We don't want anything.
I don't blame them.
Yeah, so they
No.
refused that kind of stuff. It would have been interesting though to
Exactly.
see some kind of weird tweaks.
It does.
Stuff, but,
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then later on during that year, we had WWF WrestleMania, the arcade game.
Oh yes. Listen.
Over the top bonkers game.
It's like NBA Jam, but wrestling.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I loved every second of it.
Yeah.
That game was so much fun. Who are you guys?
Yeah.
Point the Clown, Undertaker,
Point the
Shawn
Clown, yeah.
Michaels, Bam Bam Bigelow,
Bret the Hitman Hart.
Bret the Hitman Hart. Oh my God.
Razor Ramon.
Yeah, Razor
Who are you
Ramon.
guys? Who are you guys? Who are you guys? Mine was
Who's
the
my guy?
sexiest man alive, HBK,
Oh,
and
good.
the excellence of execution. Those were my two
I
go-tos
usually-
every time I played.
I usually use
And Razor Ramon.
Yeah. Well,
Gotta
my
play
guys
Razor
were
Ramon.
yeah, dude. My guys were the Undertaker I love the
Nice.
Undertaker, and here's the reason why. Did you
He
guys
kicked
know
ass.
that not only he kicked ass, but you know the Undertaker was the only character that had a finishing move
Yeah, that's right. The one you can
Yeah,
fit, you can put him into the coffin.
in the
Yeah,
casket.
yeah, you put him into the casket.
Yeah,
Yep, exactly. Yep,
that's right.
yeah,
freaking
Nice.
awesome. Yep,
yeah.
what an
And then
amazing
plus,
game. The
yeah,
combos.
the announcers,
Yeah.
So much
the
fun.
announcers from the commentary from Vince McMahon and Jerry the King Lawler was hilarious.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
So
absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
but go ahead. The combo system, yes, you were
Combo
saying
system
about that, Tom.
is fantastic too and everything because we actually the combos are fantastic. Once you learn them and how to execute them, oh my god, it's so good,
It's kind of like
dude.
Killer Instinct.
Yeah, kind of like
Yeah,
that,
the
kind of like it,
combos.
Yeah.
kind of like it, and the moves are over the top, the slams and stuff like that, super
Razor's arms turn into
slams.
actual razors.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Oh man, so
Oh yeah.
much awesome. Boys the Clown was actually kind of cheap though with that freaking
Sure.
the hand move and stuff like that, electrocution.
Oh, the
Oh
joy
yeah.
buzzer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Man.
joy
And
buzzer.
then he slams your
Yeah,
face
yeah.
into that.
Dude, and then he has the hammer where he
Yeah.
smacks you with
Oh,
the
Yeah,
hammer.
the
the
hammer.
hammer.
Yes. And it makes you dizzy. So I'm thinking that
Yeah.
when you're playing Mortal Kombat 3, I'm thinking they actually kind of threw that in just to troll people out there because you notice that Shao Kahn when he hits you with the hammer and everything, he makes you automatically dizzy.
Yes.
You
Yes.
boom, and then he starts laughing.
Doing.
That's the Shao Kahn I hate the most.
Yes. And with
Yes.
The third one.
The hammer at MK3 when they
Yeah.
added that. Yeah. And you know who's also cheap? Yokozuna, because he could throw a salt at you as well.
Oh, that's right, Yokozuna. Yes, another one. Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah.
You guys didn't forget Bam Bam, did you?
No,
Bam Bam.
I mentioned Bam Bam.
No,
Okay,
you
cool.
mentioned it.
I mentioned Bam Bam. Yeah.
He does a diving
Yeah.
headbutt and sets the ring on fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Bam Bam.
Oh man.
Wrestlers
Yeah.
with video game superpowers. It was awesome.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with that.
Over the top.
So much fun.
Over the top, man. But yeah, the same year they also brought out, since they already did Whack Yourself with NBA Jam, they went to NHL. So they went to NHL Open Ice 2-on-2 Challenge.
Yeah,
Another one.
That's another one.
I gotta
Exactly.
find that.
Yeah, that one right there was like, okay, it's
Go ahead.
it's similar. Okay, here's the thing. I mean, this is the only thing that actually, it worked. It did work, but I didn't gain as much popularity. You notice they didn't make any sequels
No, I
or stuff like
didn't.
that. It was a one-off.
Well, they did. Oh, they did
It's
some
like hockey,
sequels.
like
They
real
did the Wayne. Well, they did the Wayne Gretzky 3D hockey.
Oh, that
one.
was Wayne Gretzky though. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So, but it wasn't like. But I think that was like a home version though. The home version was actually Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
They never made an arcade version of it. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
So it was like.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think I might have
Yeah,
it somewhere.
Did you?
Cool.
Okay. Yeah. And then also, since we saw all these games, I do want to mention there was NBA Hang Time, the sequel to NBA
Yeah.
Jam Power Edition.
NBA
Hang Time was really awesome.
Was the definitive version. I'm gonna say this now. NBA Hang Time was the definitive version of an NBA Jam. It was. Why? There was so
The new
much
stages,
more you could do. And oh my, there's just so much more you could do.
A lot.
Not only the music was better, but you have Team Fire actually added into the game, and also you actually had the ability to do some awesome super dunks and everything with two players as well. So that means you actually sit with some freaking amazing dunks that are like
There
out
was
of this
so much
freaking
stuff you
world.
could do with that.
I wish real basketball was as fun to watch as NBA.
Oh, dude.
I would be the biggest fan, dude.
Let me tell you something. If basketball was like exactly what you said, if it was just like NBA Jam and NBA Hang Time, I guarantee you the ratings for the NBA will be skyrocketing right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Because the NBA is just trash right now. You know?
Yeah.
Nobody-
Oh,
Yeah, but
Yeah, you know what? Set the basketball on fire for every NBA game.
Oh,
Just set it on fire and let it start playing.
yeah. And then, dude, give them extra
Have them
points.
dunk while the ball's on fire.
Oh,
Let me tell you something. Give that player extra points if he managed to do a slam dunk and breaks the glass of the back of the board.
Oh
Oh,
man.
like Shaq. Like Shaq.
Pull something like you guys remember? Yeah, because you could do that.
Charles
Remember in
Barkley.
Cable Guy? Remember Jim Carrey from Cable Guy
Yes.
Yes.
when he slammed out that thing and he dude they pulled the NBA champ right there. And then what pissed me off about that scene in the movie, the what's his name? The guy that he was chasing though, he's like, what are you doing? You ruined the game, Dan. I'm like, you see? I was like, dude, if I tell somebody to do that, I'm buying that guy a
Wasn't
beer.
that Jack Black? I
Yeah.
think
No,
that was Jack Black.
that wasn't Jack Black. That was what's his name? The main character in Cable Guy. I cannot believe
Jim
I
Carrey?
forgot his
Jim
damn name.
Carrey. No, that's
Oh,
No, not
Matthew
Jim
Broderick.
Carrey.
Matthew Broderick.
Matthew
Yeah,
Broderick.
no, Jack Black
Matthew
was in the
Broderick.
scene,
Yeah,
but it was Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, Matthew
yeah,
Broderick.
Yeah.
Matthew Broderick.
Ferris
He
Bueller.
was
It was
like,
Ferris Bueller.
yeah, exactly. He was, yeah, and it's Steven. Steven, that was his character's name. That was
I
his
just
character's
want to
name.
hang out,
Yeah,
Steven.
Steven.
yeah, yeah. He said, I don't
You
appreciate
guys-
the way you're talking to me, Steven. Yeah,
Don't
and then, yeah, and dude,
Wait, don't understand.
yeah, yeah, and dude, no, but I want to go back and say, yeah, dude, if I saw somebody do that, break the backboard, I'm buying that guy a drink, or if I'm nice enough, I'll buy him lunch. But he was like, "What are you doing? You ruined the game, man." I'm like, "You
He's
little
going to be an
pussy, get
NBA
out of
player,
here,
dude.
man."
They're like 6'5". You're going to need to buy him a lot of drinks just to stop him from being thirsty.
Dude, he deserves it, man. Come on.
Yeah.
They're big dudes, man.
If somebody did that, dude, he didn't ruin the game. They could have just used the other hoop on the other side. They just don't have the full court.
Well, there you go.
Dude, that scene,
An NBA half-court game.
Dude, that scene I love Cable Guy, but that scene used to piss me off because these guys were such wussies.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh my god.
Ooh man.
Dude, I just had to mention that, but yeah, man. After NBA Hang Time, we saw all these fighting games going to 3D.
Yep.
So now Midway decided to go into 3D with War Gods. And
oh yeah, that game.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry I had to mention it, but this was the game that introduced the 3D button. They added the 3D button. It had the same controls as Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah.
It was a game that actually tried to be something different. I guess they wanted to kind of get away from make a different fighting game, but then they started realizing that it wasn't working. I mean, if you played War Gods, I played it, and I
played it myself.
I regret it. I do regret the game. It's just unplayable. I mean, it really is. I mean,
yeah.
You could tolerate it for as long as you can, but the last boss,
right?
The last boss. Oh my god!
Oh, he was such a cheap shit.
Cheap. So freaking cheap.
I hate the way he taunts you. He's like, "It's useless to fight me." You know?
Yes, exactly. Holy crap!
Yeah.
What a
they try to add like a Shao. He was like a Shao Kahn type.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. That pisses you off. Yeah, but but
that's what's supposed to do. And then right after War Gods, we had Area 51, great shooting game, love it.
Yep, I think one of our viewers actually mentioned that. What was it? I think it was Daryl. Daryl mentioned it for the PC. I remember that. It was it's one of those interesting shooters because it was digital, digitized characters. Everything in the background was kind of static, except for certain scenes and everything that were actually FMV, weird FMV. There was a lot of unlockables and secrets in the game, like you can shoot certain things, shoot windows, and
yes,
more power ups.
Same thing as Revolution X.
Yes, same thing. So that's another. See, Midway always all about Easter eggs. Easter eggs was their forte. Yes, secrets and Easter eggs.
One of my favorite things about them.
Dude,
of course.
That's what that's what makes the game the arcade interesting. No one wants to go to the arcade just to play. They want to experience, and that's exactly what
Right.
Midway was bringing. They were bringing experience, and that's what I love. That's what I love for it.
Hmm. Exactly. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, but I thought Area 51 was fun though. Shooting aliens all over the place. But then you had to what? You have to be careful. You have to make sure you don't shoot your teammates.
Oh yeah.
So
Yep.
yeah,
So
yeah.
what
So
else we got?
what else we got? Well, we had we mentioned Wayne Gretzky 3D hockey already. How about off-road challenge?
Oh yes,
What?
the off-road challenge.
Uh,
Basically it was a scrolling like dirt racing game, almost like a 3D version of the Urban Iron off-road. The one top-down one with
right,
the dirt roads and stuff like that. But they made a 3D
right,
version. But they made a 3D version of it, and then you can actually go off ramps and stuff like that, and roads, and you got boosts, kind of like same thing as Hydro Thunder. I don't know if someone was mention that. Hydro Thunder and Arctic
Well,
Thunder.
we're gonna mention that comes
Yeah,
later.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but uh-huh.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
it had all those same type of power ups and stuff like that in there. So, fun game, it's fun experience. It didn't kind of last. It didn't last long with me because I like that type of stuff, but yeah, I
Yeah,
wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it.
yeah. No, I hear you though. But I'll tell you one thing. There was one funny game that I really liked though, because I did play this on the N64. It was Mace: The Dark Age, a very
Yes.
underrated game.
Oh, yes. Same here.
Oh, I had that game for the
I
N64.
could-
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, I love that
such
game.
a fantastic game. Oh man, I wish they
Wow.
brought that back. I really wanted to play this game again.
Yes.
Oh man.
What an amazing. Listen, let me see. You know what? And that didn't even need any like special like graphics boost or anything like that. It was playing straight from the cartridge. What an amazing freaking game!
Yes.
If you have not
And
played, if you have not played that game, it's the most underrated 3D fighting game ever. And trust me,
yes.
you'll love the hell out of it. It's so much fun. Hella fun.
Fun, fun game. And then also we had a really great upgrade to the Rampage series. We had Rampage World Tour.
Yep, there you
And
go.
let me tell you something,
Yeah.
dude. The animation of that game was beautiful. I love how when you eat the people this time, they pick them up and they go and throws out
They
the
throw
people up
them
in
up
the
like
air
they're
and then eat them.
popcorn.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
that
man.
game That game was so fun. There was so much. There were so many levels in that game. The animation was so beautiful, like so cartoony. They went all out with this one. And I'll tell you what, though, the ending of the game was hilarious. The ending was hysterical. I don't know. I don't know if I
It's
want
a
to
long ass
spoil it.
game. You beat it? That game is
Yeah,
long,
well,
dude.
I have it. It is a long game, but yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I have it on my Midway Arcade Treasures too. So
Nice.
yeah, so I spent a lot of time on that game. That game was fantastic though. It did come out on the N64 and the PlayStation,
Yep.
but
Mm.
yeah, but unfortunately they did a little bit of censoring with the ending though. So if you want to see the actual ending, what I'm talking about, then you gotta play the arcade game. So
It's kind of effed up, but yeah,
it's effed up in a funny way.
but a funny way.
It's in a really funny way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. And then there was another shooting game that came out that time. We had Maximum Force.
Yep. Yep. I think it was like an indirect sequel to Area 51. Indirect sequel.
Yeah. You find more like terrorists.
Yeah, more terrorists.
You find terrorists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like Area 51, but you find terrorists this time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So then we started going more into the home consoles. This is the time when we had Mortal Kombat Trilogy, which right there, oh man, when I first got that game, everybody wanted to come to my house because it was almost like an enhanced version of Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 because I had every single character from 1 through 3 in there. and you got to play the bosses. So, and they added brutalities in the game, and you got to play like almost in every stage from Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3 on there as well. So that came out on the N64. It was the place PS1, and it was on Sega Saturn as well, and PC.
Yep, yep.
And then we started getting more Mortal Kombat games after then. We started getting Mortal Kombat Mythologist Sub-Zero, which I know people don't like, but it had a really rich story. It had a good background story on the game. As a matter of fact, I think I showed you guys that I had John Tobias sign my copy of it. So he did. So yeah, it was an adventure game though, but it was like Mortal Kombat, like an adventure game. So they started coming out with that, and then also the last Mortal Kombat game to come out in the arcades came out when they started doing more on the console gaming, because this got to a time when the arcades was sort of like dying a bit, but they haven't really died a bit. But unfortunately, the last Mortal Kombat game that came out in the arcades was Mortal Kombat 4.
Right.
And that was because they decided to go into the 3D. Everybody was going to 3D at the time, and they thought it was time for MK4 to get in there.
The home console market was start to get its paces because now the technology was starting to catch up to the graphic capabilities of arcade gamma boards and the like, and even the Naomi graphics cards and everything were basically similar to the architecture of the Dreamcast counterpart, which is actually the home version.
Right.
It really got that close. So now that the technology was actually almost surpassing the arcade in a sense, not too much, but now but then again, the arcade version of games were starting to come closer to the home console version games, and vice versa.
Correct.
And, like for instance, Gauntlet Legends and games of that sort. Those with the 3D graphics and stuff like that. The home port was just as good. Literally just as good.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact,
exactly.
Sometimes even better because now you have more you can do. Not only that, you don't have to pop in quarters. You can actually literally save onto your freaking memory cards or the internal memory ports.
Yep.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
More stages, more things to do, more things to unlock, leveling up your character. Dude.
Yes. Dude. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but they were still doing some arcades though, because later on during that time, they started coming out with NFL Blitz.
Yep.
Because remember, the inspiration was from Super High Impact Football. They were able to get the NFL license.
Yep.
And they just went all out with this though. What, like NBA Jam? This is the NFL.
I love NFL Blitz.
Yeah,
NFL Blitz is one of the
best. If real football was that fun to watch, I'd watch. If I see a leg drop in the end zone, I'd lose my mind.
I remember I played NFL Blitz on the Dreamcast, and oh my god, it was hysterical. But it was so awesome because if you want to play a real football game, you play NFL 2K. You want to play a no holds bar, over the top NFL game, you played NFL Blitz.
Yes,
that's how it was.
Yes, indeed, and especially
this pro wrestling move.
Yes,
it's amazing. You can arm drag the guy when you tackle him.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. It was so brutal, but it
was go back a few yards, just arm drags him back.
Oh man, it's so brutal, but a lot of fun to watch. It's
yes,
especially.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
Fun to play too. I loved NFL. I'd play that today.
Hell yeah, I'd play that today. And one of my favorite arcade games came out around that time. It was Car Evil. One of my favorite horror shooting games. I love that game. That gesture is freaking hilarious.
Yep, and they still have not. Still to this very day, they still have not made a home port of that game. I don't understand. That's a travesty.
Yeah, right?
I know.
That's a travesty. That's a travesty. I don't understand
why.
Know. Was it too scary, or was it a licensing thing? I don't know what it was, but I mean, every other licensing game actually made its way home, but that game in particular has always been the one omitted. I don't know why. Don't know.
Dude, that game was just so fun, shooting all these monsters and going through this horror amusement park and then the circus. Oh man, all the weapons, and then like of course there was some There was some secrets as well. Depending on where you shoot at, you can get like a secret weapon, or you get to refill your life. Oh man, this game like blew me away. I just couldn't believe how gory this game was at
Oh
the
yeah,
time.
absolutely.
So yeah, but
Um,
go ahead. You want to mention some other games?
yeah. Basically, we were actually kind of jumping all over the places. But believe it or not, the significance. We got to talk about the significance and the thing of a lot of these games. And the ports as well. I mean, think about the home ports of some of these games. They couldn't use the Midway name. They had to go through companies like Acclaim. Acclaim,
Oh yeah, that's right.
Acclaim had the license, basically get the license to bring those games to the home console market because
Correct.
I know that there was some kind of weird thing in the thing with I think with Nintendo or something. Maybe it might have been an Atari thing. It's just they weren't able to get the full license, so they had to get a publisher to actually bring those games home. So a company, Acclaim, stepped in and said, "All right, we'll take your IPs and we will bring it to the home
Right.
market." So of course,
Right.
there's a lot of great games that actually came out that was actually made by Midway that actually got like for instance Smash TV was actually by
Frog.
Acclaim. Trog, another
Yeah.
great game.
Smash TV. Yep. You
Yeah,
did say Smash TV. Narc.
yeah,
Yep.
Narc.
Narc.
Yeah, you mentioned Narc. With a couple other games too. I mean, I know I'm omitting a few, but these games had to have somebody to kind of bring that game home. And some
Right.
of these games actually were from Atari, such as like Rolling Thunder and things of that sort. But those games actually, they weren't grabbed fast enough to bring those IPs through them. So they had to go through companies like Tengen and things of that sort for those kind
Right.
of games. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but it was crazy because the Midway was so huge and they were basically so strictly for arcade games. They were an arcade distribution company before
Pretty
they
much.
actually
Yes.
before they actually got into the home console market. And the home console
Right.
market was right because there was a lot of games that Midway made. They brought home. That not brought home,
Right.
but they actually made home console games, such as Psyops, the Mind Gate conspiracy and everything.
Yes. The Suffering. Yes.
The
All those games. All
Suffering,
those games.
all those games.
Yeah.
Midway,
Dr. Moto.
What?
I have to mention Dr. Moto.
Dr.
Nobody mentions that game. How crazy that game was. Transforming into like a man. Oh God.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh man.
Goodness
Dude.
gracious.
Yeah. Oh, I have to mention one game before you mention any other games though. Another great game, which I'm surprised wasn't in the arcades though, which I think it should, but at least it was on the Dreamcast. Ready to Rumble Boxing.
Yes.
Yes, I love Ready to Rumble.
Woo!
Oh,
Love that
I
game.
love that game.
I will murk you with Angel Rivera.
Oh,
Angel
Oh,
was crazy
Angel
to be
Rivera.
there.
Oh, she was in the sequel. She was in the sequel. She was in
Yes,
Ready to Rumble
Rumble.
Part 2. Ready to Rumble Round
Yes.
2. Yep, indeed. But
I'll
Yes.
wreck you with MJ and Shaq too.
Oh, okay. We got a challenge. Okay.
Don't get me started with MJ. I will moonwalk on your face.
what an amazing game.
Oh,
And of course, you got to think about Michael Buffer.
Michael,
Buffer.
yeah,
Yes,
Michael Buffer.
it was a great
Yeah.
game.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
That Iron Chin is a cheater.
Jeez.
Oh, dude, yeah, he was.
He's a
Yep.
cheater, dude. You can't use kung fu in a boxing ring.
But hey, you know what though? It works. It works because it's kickboxing.
Well,
So,
what's his name? Dragon Chen from Punch Out uses kicks though.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's true too.
Did he jump off the turnbuckle?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he
He did
jumped
like
off
a
the
flying
turnbuckle.
kick off the
He does a
turnbuckle.
Yeah.
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 He's so cheap. He's so cheap too.
No,
Don't let
he's
martial
easy.
artists in boxing games.
Yeah. I was like, what's the point?
Mm.
You know,
Yep.
shoot.
So,
But
but yeah, but you got those two games. Ready to Rumble, Ready to Rumble. What was the other one? But
I
we
do,
got
I do want
okay.
I do want to mention. I'm sorry. I do want to mention one game. They decided to skip the arcades though, and because they saw that the home console looked like it was a takeover, so they did another Rampage game. It came out on the believe it. I think it was still only on PlayStation. I'm not sure if it was on the N64. It was called
No.
Rampage Through Time.
Oh,
That's the one when you go back in time. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
you go back. You go back in time, and you wreck towns and cities. So, but then they introduced a new monster though. They introduced a rhino, a mouse, and a lobster.
Oh, that's
So yeah,
right. Yeah, now I remember
this
that. Indeed.
they decided that this was the time that they were going to they were going to make new and crazy monsters. This is why, like in the later games, we start seeing a shark, we start seeing an octopus, and then we start seeing that. I mean, hey, I enjoyed it. I don't know about you guys, but I enjoy it. I enjoy seeing more new monsters they come up with.
Of course, of
So
course.
Of course. More options to
yeah,
play. I'm happy.
yeah, exactly.
Mm.
So yeah, Rampage Through Time. That was. I thought that was a fun game. So it was unfortunate it wasn't the arcades because that was the time when the arcade was going in decline. So they said, screw it, we'll just bring it to the home systems.
Yeah. So,
So
we, we went through a lot of different games. We can go on and on. I mean, there's like hundreds of games that actually
dude,
was made
there's just so many now.
there's so many.
Literally.
I
We haven't
Let me
even got.
rewind a sec for a sec. You
Huh?
guys ever knock
let's
out
say
Shaq and Ready to Rumble?
What was that, Jeff?
who
You know when you knock out
was it?
Shaq and Ready to Rumble? Have you guys ever knocked out Shaq?
Shaquille O'Neal. Did I ever
Yeah,
not? No,
Yeah.
I never got a chance to though.
because he looks at the camera and goes, "Oh man, that was tight," and falls on his face.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
If you haven't played Ready to Rumble 1 or 2, please
I
get
gotta
them.
I gotta
They
I
are
gotta do this
they
though.
are
But
amazing.
yes, of course,
dude,
of course. We gotta
of
do
Sorry,
both
course,
of them.
sorry, I'm stuck on Ready to Rumble.
yeah.
But keep going.
Yep. Uh,
I just go ahead. You want to mention some other games though? I
uh,
know we're talking. I want to. There's some games that we just have to mention. We don't have to go into huge details on them.
no, not at all, not at all. I mean, like I said, but, I think we went through a lot of Midway Games
We
already.
did, but
Um,
there's one game. There's one game we have to mention though, because we mentioned the NFL, we mentioned NHL, we mentioned the NBA. We have to mention MLB Slugfest.
oh, that's
All
right,
right,
That's
and
Slugfest,
fun
that's right.
too.
that is that game right there was. This is why I love Midway because
Midway
they'll
sports
take
games are
a
the best.
sport. Yeah,
Give them
because
all the
they'll take a
sports
sport,
games.
give them the sports games, and then they make it over the top. And
Yep.
that's what people want to see. They want to see the fun of it. They just want to
Yes.
play a game that you don't have to think so hard. You don't have to think that, oh, what should I do? No, you just pick up a controller. Okay, this is how you swing a bat. This is how you catch, and that's it. That's all it is to it.
Mm.
That's why these people. That's why people nowadays, they would pick these games up and just play them. You know,
That's beautiful. They
and
are play. It's not a
exactly.
simulation.
Exactly. And then one game I have to mention was one of my favorites on the PlayStation was Jackie Chan's Stuntmaster, which I still have to this day.
Oh, that's right.
Hilarious game.
I know what you're talking about. I just played that.
Yeah. Freaking hilarious game. It's so fun. And then like you actually like to jump from building to building. So it's pretty much it is Jackie Chan. He does provide his voice in the game. And you can jump off and like you want to know what's his most powerful move in the game? Jumping off the wall and doing a jumping spinning back kick. That's one of his powerful moves in the game. You jump from the wall and you just hit him with a spin kick, just like he does in the movies. So yeah,
So,
but
but uh, but I think we actually forgot, a couple of games like this. I mean, we actually, I think we didn't get into
name him.
We didn't get into uh, the Hydro Thunder. Hydro Thunder was a
It was
huge.
on Dreamcast. Yes.
Yeah, but you don't understand the significant impact of that particular game because
Go ahead.
they actually they had to sit down. They had a sit down cabinet, obviously. But the
Mm-hmm.
rumble, the sound alone literally will immerse you in that game. You know, and also when you actually do those stunts and stuff like that, and you feel the rumble on your hands and stuff like that, and you actually use turbo and all that stuff, and also the trick jumps and all the shortcuts in the game, and all of a sudden, oh my, this is gonna hurt, kind of thing. Listen,
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact that they actually have, you know, and you actually unlock new stages and all that stuff. This
Oh
is
yeah, replay value. Mm-hmm.
replay value, especially in the arcade. That right there, and then of course Arctic Thunder came out a little like about a couple of years
Yes,
later.
that's
You
correct.
know, of course, and you know, but then again, we forgot about San Francisco Rush. We gotta talk about those
Oh no,
games,
I
man.
was gonna.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
but no, for San Francisco Rush, that's actually one of a really great racing game.
Yep.
Oh man, you kidding me?
San Francisco Rush, that thing was surprisingly like one of the great games that came out on the in the arcade. And even though the graphics were kind of blurry and kind of crude, dude, just like the shortcuts are so freaking ridiculous in the game. You can smash through a freaking building window, like a building's window, and actually drive through an office and drive through the other side just to get into a better position in the game. Listen, come on.
Right.
You know what? Game that right there just changes the dynamic of racing games. Everyone knows a point A to point B. But the point A part one, point A part two kind of shortcuts, give me more of those any day, and I will be playing that game forever. And the unlockables are just ridiculous too. You get new vehicles and all that stuff. And also, when your character actually, when your vehicle explodes and stuff like that, leaves like a car, like a freaking empty shell, as you go on there, and you blink and you have to go. Oh man,
Oh.
I miss those days. I miss it. I miss it so much, and I'm definitely gonna have to get my hands on the game again because San Francisco Rush,
Definitely.
and of course Rush 20, what's it called? Rush 2027, I think.
Rush, yeah, there was Rush 2 Extreme Racing.
Enough to Extreme Racing, exactly. Midway. What else did Midway actually make?
Oh, dude. Well, dude, I have to mention the Grid.
And the Grid. Another great game.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh man.
A game that should have got a home port and it never did.
Never did. A multiplayer, and actually it was made. It was weird too because it was actually made as a three-player like multicade kind of thing because you actually have four different screens or three different screens that you actually play. So you have your own screen and you're playing against three other players and you actually oh man, come on, dude. So much fun.
Yeah.
And also
absolutely.
and the opportunity to have an online gameplay type of things. Can you imagine that? I mean,
oh jeez, I don't know why it hasn't been done yet though. It just bogs my mind that they have not brought this game to the home consoles already.
Because we haven't even gotten to the collapse yet. We haven't even gotten there yet.
We might have to do a part. I'm sorry, but we might have to do a part 2 on this.
Yeah, we may have to. We may have to do a part 2 on it because we're already 20 minutes left. But before we get out of that, we do have to mention that the home ports of the video games actually did expand the repertoire of the Midway name in so many ways and shifted the dynamic of how games were distributed as well. because
Right.
because Nintendo was getting games. There were home ports of games, but then of course it was actually home games that were actually made specifically for console only. Which was actually there. But right now we are right now at the tail end of the show. But stay tuned because we are definitely doing a part two. We're probably gonna do it for this coming
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
coming
Exactly. Because we didn't even get since we mentioned God of Legends though. I wanted to mention about God of Dark Legacy,
Dark
but
Legacy, right?
we'll talk about those. We'll talk about those upgrades on the next episode for sure.
Yeah. So
When are we
So
gonna do the follow up? When are we gonna do the follow up? Like Friday?
it's coming Friday. It's
Tell you
Friday.
what,
Friday.
put this out to the players and the listeners. Send us your favorite games you want us to talk about.
Yes,
Just for
absolutely.
Exactly.
Midway.
Yes.
Send us
Just
whatever
for
midway
fun.
games you want to talk about, and then we'll discuss more about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because believe it or not, and also talk about your memories too. Talk about your memories. I want
Yeah, I
you.
want to
Yeah.
hear it.
That's
I
what I
want.
signed up for.
I
That's
want.
what we
Yeah.
want to hear.
Right.
Please.
I want you guys and everything to interact. Let me know what game actually grabbed you that was actually made by Midway. I mean, was it Mortal Kombat? Did it actually impact you? Did it get you involved in more arcade games with shock factor or anything like that? What about the controversies and everything? We're gonna talk about that too, and everything. We're gonna talk about the rating system, how to
Yeah,
create
he's
rating
gonna.
system. The rating system
Yes,
actually was born through Midway. Trust me, there's a lot
yes,
of big,
Yeah.
yes, big deal and everything. We're gonna talk about that too. We're gonna talk about what Congress and everything was trying to do. All that stuff.
yep.
It's going to be awesome. You guys are so awesome. So stay tuned this coming Friday. Shout out to the many who are actually watching tonight. Thank you very much.
Appreciate you all.
If you actually have watched the show and you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you have not subscribed to Door, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and follow us on our X accounts. And also, please hit that bell button. So the bell button, so that way you can actually keep up with all of our antics and our new shows that are coming up. Thank you. Another special shout out to Dubby. Thank you for being an awesome sponsor. We got some great products and everything you definitely got to try out. And of course, if you have not done it before, why don't you go ahead and join us and hit us up and everything and donate to us through our Patreon. It's free. You can go on this site and everything, be free. But if you want to add more to us, to help us build, $5 is all it takes. And everything. That's it. That way you guys should be on there, and we can actually be able to do more and do giveaways, more giveaways. Listen, we love giving away
Yeah,
stuff.
everyone loves giveaways. Exactly.
We
We
love
do it.
giving away. Listen, I mean, these are the things. These are the plans and the things. Not just games. You give away controllers. You're gonna give away statues and everything. Like little things like that. We're gonna give away gift cards. All these things are going
Yeah.
to happen. But like I said, we can't just do it alone. With your help, we will actually be able to give. Everything you give us, we are going to give back tenfold. So trust me. So why don't you go ahead and donate with us? And also, when we actually build our audience, we will actually have super chats that they build up as well. So that way you can actually help us even further. But other than that, thank you for joining us. Let's do our final our final curtain calls and everything, and then we'll get out of here.
All right, players, ladies and gentlemen, I've had a great time talking about Midway. I'm about to get my video game on. I'm gonna start uppercutting people like Debo. So y'all keep leveling up, and I'll see you in a couple of days. Enjoy your nights. Play on, players.
All your players who joined us tonight. It was a pleasure talking about these midway games. So I think I'm gonna go pull out the PSP and play the Midway Arcade Treasures, and I'm gonna play some Paperboy. I'm gonna smack some people with some papers.
Ned, break a window for me, Johnny.
Woo! And of
You got it.
course, we Taron Tustin, the old school player. And listen. Right now, I'm still in the middle of playing my arcade collection right here. I gotta get myself back into that
Nice.
mode. I love that that
Oh,
game.
Xenoblade, yes.
I love that game, and then of course Spy Hunter. I have to beat my old high score because I was playing that game for hours, loving it, and also we didn't mention Spy Hunter. You know, the console
We will
version.
we
We'll talk
we
about
will
that on
mention
Friday.
those.
We're gonna talk about that
We
on
will definitely
Friday.
mention those.
So thank you very much. Thank you all for joining with us as they keep on playing, keep on leveling up, and we'll see you on the next episode of Gaming Treble. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, players.